Welcome everyone to our first episode of Rhodium After Dark with my two special guests. But before I introduce them, I just want to say that we're probably going to be doing this maybe once or twice a month, where we just kind of go late after you've been drinking, after you already ate, and after you came back from your function, and we get together and we just chill and drink some brews, some beer. You guys can smoke a little, drink a little, bone a little, whatever, you know. But it's after dark, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody on the live chat, everybody who decided not to be on the live chat, everybody who liked, commented, subscribed, and everybody who disliked as well. Doesn't matter, you guys are still watching. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it because we're not going to be on here too long. We're going to give it about a good hour so you guys can go back to sleep because we got football tomorrow. Okay, so other than that, let me go ahead and introduce, and hopefully I don't butcher his name, but this is all the way from Texas OG, Mo Hustle, and someone who is no stranger to Rhodium Radio, Carolyn Rodriguez. ¿Cómo estás? How you guys doing, Mo?
What's good, man? I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having us.
You know what? First and foremost, I want to ask you, my bro, how was the flight? Because I know you just got in.
Man, it was a little crazy. It was weird this time. I've never went through it, but basically, it was real foggy out there. First of all, the Uber guy had to speed just to get me to the airport. I almost didn't make it. And then I got there, and then everything on the airplane was weird, man. I'm talking about when I booked the seating, it said that everything was taken. You know how you got to pay for the seats?
Yes.
And when I got in there, half the plane wasn't there. Like, nobody was there. And then the windows were off. So, like, usually you got the window sitting right next to you. And the window was, like, behind your seat. Like, what are you supposed to do, you know?
Right,
So everything was just weird. It was just like, okay.
What is that, about 2.5 hour flight?
Yeah, about 2 hours.
Three and a half.
3.5?
Oh, I think because the time changes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, it's over 3 hours. Good.
Carolyn, how long have you been here? Because I know you live in Texas as well.
Mm-hmm.
So did you fly in as well, or were you already here working? Or?
Yeah, I was already here. I've been here since like Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you spend a lot of time? I believe you spend a lot of time here in LA.
I do.
Okay.
Get a lot of work out here, so I'm planning on moving back actually.
Oh, so you once lived out here?
Yeah, I lived out here before, so I'm still like technically a California resident. I had always planned on moving back.
Okay. That'll
But it's
work.
probably going to be sooner than later just because I've just been getting so much more work out here.
Okay. Really quick, Carolyn, for people that may not know, this is your third time here. The first time you were here, it was actually June 29th of 2020. And that was episode 80. And now on Rhodium Radio, well, wait, we're at 328. Okay.
Dang.
This was episode 80. Then your second time here, it was December 11th, 2022. And this was episode 284. So literally 204 episodes later, you came back.
Dang.
You know? So there was a 2-year span. And now a year later, you're back.
Here I am again.
Yeah. On Rhodium Radio After Dark, everybody. So, Mo, for people that may not know, you know what? Can you kind of give us in a nutshell who is Mo Hustle? But before we do that, we already poured a shot of San Tres Generaciones Blanco. So we're gonna go ahead and sip a little, drink a little. So salud to Texas OG Mo Hustle. Hopefully I got that right. Yes.
Appreciate it.
Hello, everybody. It's after dark, so go ahead and drink a little bit. We're just gonna have fun and shoot the shit. So, in a nutshell, who is Mo Hustle?
Well, it's a long list of things, and that's why they call me Mo Hustle, you know, because I got Mo Hustles than one. You know, I got more than one Hustles, right? So that's how they gave me that name. But basically, you know, I come from the struggle, you know, like a lot of us, right?
Yeah.
I've been through a lot of trauma in my life. My parents, you know, both were in prison most of their lives.
Both?
Yeah, my dad actually died in a halfway house not too long ago.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
On the way out, he had did more than a lifetime sentence. So, yeah, on the way out, he actually passed away in the halfway home. But yeah, and my mom, she probably spent about a quarter of her life for sure in and out of prison. And so that left me in the system, like, you know, CPS, shelters, all that, until I finally, you know, I felt like there was something else out there for me. And then so I just jumped out and ran away, you know. And I broke out of the place, the facility. And when I did, I didn't know that I was gonna end up basically homeless, right? Because you think that, oh, everything's out there, everything in here is wrong. You end up going straight out there, and then now I'm like, what do I do now? But without knowing anything, and so then I ended up in the streets, and man, it was shit got real. Put it that way.
Yeah,
right?
and these were the streets of Texas.
Yeah,
Okay.
Houston,
Texas.
city of Houston. Yeah. So that's when I found myself sleeping at the bus stop or sleeping at a park, trying to hide from the cops so they won't see me, like in a slide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or having to survive, I had to steal from the store for food and stuff like that. Later on in life, man, I started saying, man, I will never steal from somebody unless it was like some survival mode like that, right?
Yeah.
Because there's people out there that go steal just to steal,
Right.
But so I told myself, man, like if I ever go through something like this in a survival mode, I'm gonna do it again, But thank God I haven't had to do nothing like that. But I went through a lot, real young, real early. Got into a lot of stuff. I ended up looking for my family. I ended up in Chicago because that's where my family come from.
Yeah.
They all migrated. Well, not all of them, but some of them migrated to Houston. So that's how I got to Houston, But so when I moved back to Chicago, I got into, a lot of street shit, gang banging, all kind of stuff at an early age. And, I did a lot of crazy stuff until finally, like, I went to jail, and I think I got caught up a few times doing some retarded stuff, back, gang banging and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one of the OGs in there told me, hey, you just need to tell them that you're going to move to Houston and get away from the gang life. You know what I mean? And that's when I told them that, and they kind of let me slide, and leave. And then when I got to Houston, I didn't know how to feel because it was, I was so into that life over there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was worried about the paddy wagon or the undercovers or somebody just fucking with us, because out there we had a lot of rivals,
Yeah.
It was gang banging. Like when I mean gang banging, I don't mean like separated everything. Like Houston, it's like separated. Everybody's just, it's like a free zone really, But in Chicago, it was like from the moment I walked out my door, it was gang bang city. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's way different.
Yeah.
You got to watch your back. You got to watch every move you make. And so when I got to Houston, I just, everybody's looking at me like, man, what's wrong? And I'm like, man, I don't know, man. The fucking cops, something's going to happen. You know what I mean? They're like, you need to calm down. Motherfuckers smoking blunts outside. I wasn't used to that. You got to watch your back at all times. And so people can retaliate, the undercovers, all kinds of crazy shit. The paddy wagon would come and scoop up like a gang sweep. And
Yeah.
I don't know if they got that out here. They got paddy wagons out here like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. And you already know the routine. Get on your fucking knees, put your hands behind your head.
Yeah.
And, if you got something, you better let us know now, and I'll let you guys make it. But if you don't tell me nothing and I fucking catch you with something, I'm taking all of you motherfuckers in. You know what I mean? And it used to be crazy.
It used to be a lot like that in the fucking 80s, bro. Like, cops didn't give a fuck. If they saw you kicking it and you weren't doing it, then they didn't give a fuck. Get against the wall. And as soon as you got against the wall, they fucking grab you and throw you on the fucking floor.
Right.
So you couldn't do shit because they were just looking for dope or anything on you,
Yeah, because the thing is, if they catch you with it and they just told you that, shit, we used to, you end up in jail with all the gangsters, and then they're going to be mad at you that they went to jail because you didn't give up that shit. But we used to stash it right here. Stash it all right here, and nobody will know. You just put it right there and put your hands up, and they pat you all down. But they never look right here,
Out here, we had dudes that just stick it between their ass cheeks.
Oh, man, yeah, fuck that shit. Keister.
Yes. Carolyn, how long have you been knowing Mo?
Oh, let's see. Since they called him Pee Wee. So way before Mo Hustle.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, God.
Give us a
We met
guesstimate
on
of
MySpace.
years.
Let me put it that.
Oh, wow.
We met on MySpace.
Right.
So if that dates it at all. So yeah, I've known him since before my second album came out. Right after my first album came out, right?
Yeah.
Castellano,
Well,
so,
yeah, I think you had it for about a year.
so
was about
okay,
a
so
year
then
after
I've known him
Castellano,
since
yeah.
like 2007, 2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because I hadn't come out with my second album yet. So it was
yeah,
2007. Yeah,
so,
I've known
so
him.
basically, like,
17 years.
I was a Dope House fan. I had met Low G and Rashid and stuff like that. you know, Dope House meant something to us in Houston a lot. You know, like I mean, I think it meant a lot to the
It still is.
to the world.
It still
really,
is like, you know,
because there's a lot of fans out there. Like I was 20 years old. I'm 41 by the way now. You know what I mean? But I was 20 years old, and he used to come on the radio station, and they would every, I think, Friday or Saturday, they would play one of his new songs.
Who's this you're talking about?
South Park Mexican.
South Park. Okay.
And so, you know, back then we had the tapes, right? And so
Right.
you would put the little papers on the top and record.
Yeah.
And so I would wait for that time for it to play, and I would record it. And I'd be like, you know, just so I could have it.
Right.
Because it was like exclusive at the time. Like
Right.
you know, they would only play it on the radio. And so we were all hyped up around that time because we seen a Mexican that was on the radio, and that was big for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like it's about the culture, and it's not just about the raza or the Mexicans or the Chicano culture or none of that, but it's also the history of Houston,
Right.
Texas.
Houston music, period. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter like black, white, brown, Latino, you know, like it's like if you had dope music out there,
Yeah.
like Houston was gonna support you. Like
Yeah.
Houston was gonna, but they're also on top of that, they're like one of the toughest crowds.
Yeah.
Honestly, like when people come and perform in Houston, like if you get
Yeah.
a show in Houston, like it's a tough crowd. It's one of the toughest markets to perform for, but they support their own.
Yes.
They do.
In 1990, with my first tour, I believe it was late 1990 or early 1991, we did our first Texas tour. And we did a lot of Texas, whether it was Beaumont, whether it was Corpus, or whether it was Houston, San Antonio, and a couple of other places. And we still have footage of all of that. But in Houston, we played at a place, and I still have the flyer. It was called the Palladium. And that's what they fucking threw a water bottle at us. And our security jumped out and started fucking that dude up, whoever it was. The good thing was that we didn't get jumped on by the crowd because the Ghetto Boys had just dropped their album, Nothing, what is, the one with the My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me.
Yeah.
And Bushwick Bill, Willie D, and Scarface were all there. So they went up on stage and talked to the crowd, like, to calm the fuck down. These are the homies right here.
That's dope.
You know, but it was a good time being out there in Houston. Now, let me tell you something. Everybody thinks that LA is crazy, and which it is. But when you go over there too, there's a lot of crazy fucking places.
Oh yeah,
not just
yeah,
LA,
for sure.
bro.
All the cities are. All the big cities are.
Yeah.
Bro.
We've been to all the big cities. We've been to the New York, LA, Houston, Chicago.
We're
Miami.
gonna get into
They're
that,
all
man.
crazy.
We're about to
All
get
the-
into some crazy
But
stuff
that's how
right
I
here.
got there, because like
Yeah.
he was. This is go back to how I met him.
Yeah.
We meet on MySpace, and he's like, the way it started, really, our relationship started was like he was like, hey, I was telling him I had a show somewhere.
Yeah.
And he said, well, you want me to go with you and help you sell the CDs? And I was just like,
No, hold on. What it was
but that wasn't
I had reached out to her, right? And
with the artwork.
yeah, for some
At
artwork.
first.
I was like, look,
I was skipping the artwork,
You know, I
so-
have some artwork, right? Like, I was like, man, you're representing Dope House. I want to create some badass artwork for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you were a fan.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. So I was like, you know, make sure it's some dope shit. And really, I was kind of amateur with the artwork.
He had just started. I
Yeah.
kept rejecting it. I was like, no, yeah,
Crazy.
no, not exactly, you know,
Yep.
what I'm looking for. But then he did a flyer. He did a flyer for me, and he was like, well, I'm going to make this flyer, you know. And he's like, look, I know this website who does these flyers.
Yeah.
You want to go on one half of the flyer with me? Okay, let's do it. He's like, okay, I'm going to put you on one side, me on the other. And then he had asked me, like, this is the first time we ever went anywhere,
Yeah.
like met and went anywhere together. He said he knew I had a show, and he was like, you want me to go? I can go help you sell CDs. And I'm just like, okay, all right, cool.
No, the way I remember, because we probably got two different stories, but I remember that she would see me because I was traveling already. Right?
Yes.
I was traveling through the South. We would hit up Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Louisiana, all of that stuff, right? The South. And because I was rolling with Agony Life at the time.
Yes, Agony Life.
And that's you know, he was a guy that would put these, like he would create movies, you know what I mean? Like, and in Texas it's rare. Out here, there's probably a lot of that. But over there, it's rare. Even
Yeah,
to
it's
this
not-
day, it's rare. The
Entertainment
movie scene, hey, if anybody watching you shoot movies, go down to Texas because we need you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Models, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But he would create those. He would make documentaries, DVDs, all kinds of stuff before anybody really was. And he was a real block bleeder. And he would take the music, the Swisher House, the Screwed Up Click, all the legendary shit that people didn't know about we were out there and we were pushing for Houston to blow up. I used to say shit like, we're the next to blow up. We got Slim Thug, Mike Jones, Paul Wall, Chamillionaire, you know, and we used to push these artists.
Yeah.
And they would say, and I say, we're the next to blow up on MTV or BET. And, you know, and they would say, well, we're going to support you. We believe in you guys. They would barbecue for us. They would take us to their house, you know, have, you know, whatever. It was just like, it was love through the South, you know, and a lot of people, like a lot of you artists that are watching, man, go through the South. You know, we have that Southern hospitality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
We show love. So I don't want all this, you know, social media and podcasting and stuff, all the drama shit.
All that beef.
To
It's not
make
like
you guys
that
like scared
in the
of
real world
of the South, because we have love.
Yeah.
And we fuck with genuine people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So we went through that for about, I would say about 7 to 8 years before we had that worldwide hit, which was like Sitting Sideways with Paul Wall and Big Pokey.
Right.
And so rest in peace, Big Pokey. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of legends that you guys need to learn about, because we know about y'all's legends, but some of y'all don't know about our legends. You know what I mean? So it's good to
collab,
bring it together. And that's why I feel me and you are powerful together, you know?
Absolutely.
Because we're like one and the same. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean?
You know, I wanted to ask you something, you know, for people that may not know, before I ask my next question, once again, for people that may not have ever been to Houston or just Texas, period, what does SPM stand for?
South Park Mexican.
And why South Park Mexican? Like, how did that name come about from what you know
Because
of?
he's from the south side of Houston. You know what I mean?
Well, actually,
And you
what happened.
Elaborate a little more on it. You know?
He's not really from South Park, but
Hillwood
he moved over there. So when he went to the school, he was the only Mexican in the school where they moved to. And so that's what they would call him. They'd call him the South Park Mexican.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so he just
that's
kind of
what
just
they called him
kept
at
that. He
school,
adopted
and he kept
that.
the name
Okay.
from school.
Okay, now, if you can walk us through, give us your first time you ever met him.
Okay, so I didn't get to meet him in person. Oh, well, you know what? I did. I met him one time at the Dope House. My cousin, she's a dancer, right? So, of course, you know, she was like one of my people that, like my brothers, they would rap a lot, you know, all the time, rapping all the time. She said, man, one day I'm going to bring you to the Dope House. You know what I'm saying? And we'd be like, yeah. So we kind of held her to it. When you going to take us to the Dope House?
And the Dope House is the actual studio?
Yeah, it's Dope House Records. You know what I mean? Downtown. It's just the original one with the doc, not the one they have now. Well, they got both of them, but yeah, Center Street, yeah. And so she took us, and that's when we met. But I actually met him at some concerts before in the past, like the Los Magnificos car show and stuff like that. But like we didn't have like a one-on-one interaction like that, like to just, you know, go in depth, you know, or nothing like that. You know, like I got to know him more like on the phone later on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, but when you met him in person, and did you ever have that conversation with him? Like,
I ain't really have too many conversations. It was more like a fan getting to meet him. You know what I mean? And it probably was brief both times.
Okay. And on the phone, did you ever have lengthy conversations with him?
That's for sure.
Okay. What was your impression of him, like talking to him?
The first time was really weird because he already knew about me.
Okay.
And so we had we were doing the Day of Unity, one of the first ones.
Yeah.
And we had a whole bunch of people around us, right? And out of nowhere, when I started talking, he knew my voice. And he says, you must be Mo Hustle. And I was like, what the fuck? I was shocked.
Yeah.
You know, like, damn, he knows my fucking voice. How did he know? Because he don't have no cameras in there or nothing, you know?
Yeah.
So it kind of tripped me the hell out. But, you know, probably throughout the history, because by that time we had did so much for him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I had been working for them for like,
yeah, she had been working.
we had already put out like all these albums, so he already knew. I would write letters to him, and I would always talk about Manuel because we were on the road together, like 24/7, like hustling CDs, state to state, city to city, and I would write. And this is like for years. I mean, because there was only letters. I would write and talk about it, say where we go, and I'd post and I'd send pictures, and it'd be me and Manuel and I'm sorry, Mo Hustle and Juan Gotti, and you know, so we had Papa Smurf with us. Like that was our crew. You know, we'd just be out there hustling, pushing those CDs.
See, a lot of people, man, I want to, since we're on that part of it, basically,
And by the way, you guys can serve yourself anytime.
The history, bro.
I already served myself my second
I'm
shot.
not a
So
good pourer. Oh, okay. I'm just not a good pourer.
You know, I speak to a lot of legends in Texas, right? Like, you know, it kind of tripped me out. We did 50 years of hip hop recently,
yes, absolutely.
right? And so there was a few different shows,
Shout
but
out
I
to
ended
Donnie
up,
Houston, by the way.
but I ended up in a 50 years. I thought it was a Swisher House reunion.
Okay.
So the legends came and picked me up, and I thought I was going to a Swisher House reunion. And when I got there, it was 50 years of hip hop, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I had no idea.
Salute to 50
But-
years of hip hop, this
Yeah.
game that sucked us in.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, absolutely. Hip hop saved my life.
Never let go.
And we're gonna talk about that too, how the game sucked us in like that. But you know, and why other people,
It does choose you.
you know, you don't.
it really does.
It chooses you.
You don't have a choice.
You know, go out and be yourself. Everybody doesn't have to be a fucking rapper. You could do alternative. You could do rock. You could do country. You could do all kinds of shit.
Absolutely.
You know, and some of those other genres last longer because hip hop, you could drop a single and it could only be hot for 6 months,
Yeah.
a year. You know. But anyway, I walk up in the building, 50 years of hip hop. I'm in the hallway with all the Texas legends. And, well, before the hallway, when I parked the car, the legends, hey, man, what's up? They're embracing me all the way. So it felt good to just be known. I thought I was going to have a problem getting in the damn venue, right? They all embraced me, all of them. All the, you know, Young Star from, you know, the Wanna Be a Baller song and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like, all of them just, hey, what's up? And everybody sharing the history, like, man, or just like telling me, hey, I appreciate you for doing this for me or that, or just hugging me and taking pictures and shit. And then I really felt that satisfaction, basically, like damn, I worked this hard, but, you know, and sometimes I got to reintroduce myself to some
Yes,
people.
Yes.
And sometimes I reintroduce myself too many times because they're like, hey, you don't got to introduce yourself. We know who you are.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and I'm like, damn. So just to feel loved by all the H-Town legends, by like at least 90% of them, for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
or Texas legends that were in the building, it felt great because that let me know that I put in my
I would
work.
definitely love to go to something like that, bro.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
dope.
I would really would. Whenever you guys having some type of event like that,
Yeah.
I would really like to fly
Well,
out there, bro.
when you come down, because I know you said you were going to come down.
Yeah.
I'm going to line you up some legends
Okay, let's do that because I know you know.
because it's important to the game. You know?
And I want to give a shout out to Gold Toes because Gold Toes lives in Houston now, and he's been inviting me to go to his crib, and he lives in
Homie right
Houston.
there, Gold Toes, yeah.
Yeah,
He's been
so-
in Houston for a long time.
So I'll go out there, hit you up, and we'll go from there, bro.
Yeah,
So-
for sure. Yeah. And Goto's will line you up with some people too because he's well connected.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this, okay? And I think it's a fair question because when I meet rappers here that are from here,
Right,
okay, and I ask them the SPM question,
right,
I'm not going to mention no names.
right.
They diss him,
Yeah.
okay? Off camera, they tell me, because I'm associated,
Right.
I can't say that I fuck with them,
Yeah, it's just
but I
that's
fuck
the-
with his music.
But look, that's the Cali thing though, because it's the politics, it's the prison politics that flood the streets.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, in Texas, it might be like that in prison or whatever, but like out here in the streets, like let's just be real, music is music. You know what I mean? People
yeah,
respect
of course,
music.
yes.
SPM broke the fucking barriers, bro. Let's not put any barriers, you know what I mean?
Right.
In between that. He fucking did it. He did it for all the people. He did it for all the Mexicans. I mean, goddamn. Bro,
I was just at an event, like at a Texas
Come
event
on.
last weekend, and I met this DJ, and he's just like, he's like, oh man, I don't mean to like, talk your ear off. He's like, but I became a DJ because of him. He inspired every Mexican
Yeah.
in Houston, and I'm just like, and I hear that all the time. I hear the same story from different
And it's
people
not just
everywhere
Houston.
I go. It's
It's
not
not
just
just-
Houston.
Bro.
I'm saying I just hear that all the time. Is
Yeah.
that he inspired me to
bro,
become a
Kid
rapper. He
Frost is
inspired me-
from LA, bro.
Because back then there weren't
know?
any Mexican
Right.
rappers over there. There weren't, or there wasn't. That was
Yeah,
it.
no, you're right.
Do you
He's the only one over there.
do you think Kid Frost gave a damn about SPM being in jail since it's Cali politics?
That I don't know.
Oh, this is good shit right here.
It's good shit, yeah.
He wrote him letters because when we went and seen him, he says, "Hey, I've been writing them.
Oh, Kid Frost wrote?
Fucking right,
Okay.
fucking right."
Because I know they recorded before.
Oh, that was way before
They
y'all
were
locked
together.
up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But they showed love to each other. You know what I mean? Like, let's not forget, bro. People been even in Cali, like people say, "Oh, Cali, all the politics, bullshit." All of them showed love to South Park Mexican. All of them.
Well, look, there's rappers out today that I'm not going to mention. If you like to mention them, feel free.
I would light it up. This, hot seat. That's why they call me the motherfucking
that
hot
go on
seat.
podcast recently and talk shit about SPM, okay?
Bullshit.
But recorded, records and were on his compilation
Fucking right.
after he was incarcerated.
Fucking right.
Okay.
Until it became a problem, until recently, a year ago?
Year and a half, yeah.
A year and a half. Then it became a problem because
Yeah.
somebody spoke out,
Yeah.
But before anyone spoke out, I'm going to tell you right now, man to man, how do you think we all lived? What do you think paid our bills? Dope House Records.
Yeah.
Let me go down the roster. The ones that paved the way. The Carolyn Rodriguez. That's the OG right there for females. So when you mention females, who's the hottest, who's this, who's that, ain't nobody doing like fucking Carolyn in the fucking Mexican community as far as a female. Yeah, there's some dope artists.
Yeah.
I got love for a lot of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she's the OG though. Okay? So you got Juan Gotti. You got Lucky Luciano, which he changed his life. He gave his life to God and he's doing some great, wonderful things. That's the OG. Lucky Luciano. You got Rashid and Low G. They call him the Wet Black.
Yeah.
Because Rashid's black.
Yeah, they
and-
call him the
dope.
Wet Black. Yeah, they have an album called
And
The Wet
Low
Black
G's
and
from
everything, yeah.
Honduras. You know what I mean? So together, they
Yeah, it's my
formed the
primo
Wet
right
Black.
there. Shout out to Lil G.
You know?
Yeah.
Rashid. Shout out to Rashid, Lil G, Juan Gotti. That's the family right there.
You got Quota Key. You got
Yeah.
Coast, which is the
Shout out to
most
Quota.
lyrical motherfucker, man. Coast. Some people need to go look it up. Coast. Dope
And of
House
course,
Records.
Baby Bash, he's fam.
Bro,
He's always
and
Yeah.
Baby Bash. Baby Bash is like at the top of all of them because
yeah.
that motherfucker crossed barriers, bro.
Yeah.
He went into a whole nother realm.
Yeah.
So like,
Basically, you listen to the Dope House Family song. That's
Bro.
the Dope House Family right there. That's everybody down there. That
Wow.
but I do want to mention them.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
want to shed the light on them guys because you need to interview every single one of them because they all got
Graham
crazy
and
stories.
Powder, yeah.
Yeah.
Graham, Powder,
Everybody that's on the song, really. Everybody on the
Lord
song.
Loco, shout out Lord Loco, shout out Filetto,
Yeah.
right? Shout out the producers.
Pain.
Jaime Payne Ortiz, right? Huge, bro. He did all the Shadow Ramirez, Filetto. You know what I mean? Like, bro, there's so many more people that everybody needs to get introduced to. And the reason why I'm saying this because everybody wants to make it all about
Pain is
SPM.
definitely one of the unsung
Yeah.
Right?
heroes.
So, like, there's always got to be the guy that holds the torch.
Yeah.
SPM held the torch. But guess what? When he got locked down, who do you think held him down for all these years? The Dope House family.
Many years went by. He was
Right?
incarcerated in 2002. So what year are we in now, guys? I mean, we're over
Yeah.
20
Yeah.
years later.
Yeah.
Now you want to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You
Now
know,
wanna-
and that's
come
one thing that I wanted to bring up. Okay, it almost seems, I forgot who I had as a guest the other day, and I said, you know what? It seems like SPM became the poster boy when a podcaster wants to become popular.
Yeah. Just to fucking do it. Just
Yeah,
to say
let me
something.
go ahead and
Yeah.
bring up SPM.
Let me bash his name so I can get a fucking following.
That's how the podcasters are blowing up.
Yeah,
By putting his name in something, and then all of a sudden they get a lot of views on it. They're like, "Oh man, I could use this."
I'm going to do it all day.
yeah.
I'm not going to
Well,
mention
while
this
we're over here worried about creating music, like that's what it is about to me.
yeah,
I'm worried about creating music. That's what's inside of me. Music's in my head
Look,
all day, 24/7. That's what I care about.
yeah, yeah.
Me and Carolyn,
All
let,
this
let
other
me tell you
shit?
guys something, man. Let me tell you guys
Come on,
something.
man.
You cannot take away history.
Yeah.
You know that because you had the history
course.
with High C. You're embedded in the Cali history. So at the end of the day, you cannot delete history. And what we did on the road, what it took for Carolyn to get here or me to get here or anybody to get here, the Juan Gottis and the Luckies and all of these guys, the whole Dope House family, it took for us to go on the road. It took for us to approach people
2
one-on-one for 2 fucking decades.
That's a
Car
long time.
shows. I'm talking about the gas station.
Pre-social media.
Some of you guys don't even know these days what the fuck it's like
They
to
don't.
jump out, to have no fucking money, jump out because we have a goal to be in this fucking music business, right? The game sucked us in, right? So we come in, we say, you know what? The goal is to just have merchandise and we're going to go as far as we can and to have no fucking money for gas, to just rely on. We're going to ask people across the fucking road to support what the fuck we do, and somebody's gonna support this shit, and we're gonna make our way through this shit. Blood, sweat, and tears. There was nights that we had to stay at fucking a gas station at the pump until we.
Yes, we did.
Until I jumped out and sold a fucking CD
I
and
swear
took
to
it
God.
somewhere, bro.
That's
what we
hustle
would
right there.
do.
That's
That's
hustle.
real.
We would
That's
sleep
real.
in my car, and we had the little cardboard thingy, and we put it over the thing in the car, and we wake up, and I swear to God, I wake up to Manuel knocking on the window. Hey, I need you to sign this CD.
It was
all
real.
right, we're ready. We're going to the next city. We're going to the next
So, like-
town. And we did this from Houston all the way to Denver, Colorado. We went from Houston to LA so many times. That's how we got,
Wow.
we're pushing our music out there and trying to get the Pocos Pero Locos was the goal, when they had their syndicated show. We need to get our single to Pocos Pero Locos,
Yes.
we're hustling CDs all the way there.
It was a mission. It was always a mission. And, I think I used that gang mentality, because we was always on a fucking mission, right?
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing. We have goals. We want to be this kind of person. We want to do what we want. We want to push. We want to drive this music to every single soul that we run across. And we're gonna. It don't matter what we got to do. We could eat shit, but we're gonna make
Plant
it.
seeds along the way.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then seeds are gonna grow because
And-
it's good music. So it's like
And
you know what I mean? Like-
and since we're on that subject, that's why a lot of you guys that tune into these podcasts and bash people you don't even know and stuff like this, you don't know.
And just make shit up.
don't-
People just come on here and make
Make
shit
shit
up on
up,
top
yeah.
of that.
You don't
Just
know the
make up
struggle.
stories.
You don't know what we've been through. You don't know what, and it's not just me and Carolyn. It's Juan Gotti and Lucky and Rashid and man, all of us, man, Low G, all of us. We had to go through so many avenues, and we gained a lot of love from a lot of fans and a lot of people. So not just that it means a lot to us, but it means a lot to the fans.
Yeah, and that's who feeds us.
You know what I mean?
That's who keeps the
And we
lights on.
love
That's
the
what keeps food on
fans.
the
And the
table.
fans love us.
We
And the
love y'all,
fans.
like,
Bro, listen, when that
believe
Capone
that.
shit happened, fans called me from all over the country. And I always knew we had power. But when that moment happened and all the gangsters called me from around the country, then I knew it for sure. But I told them, look, let that guy make it. Because it's not that serious.
Let me press pause right there, and I have to ask you a question. And I'm asking this question for everybody here in Southern California.
Yeah.
I've already asked Carolyn this question the last time she was here. It was about a year ago.
Yeah.
And here was the question that I've asked her. People are asking, why would you marry him knowing what he was found guilty of? And she said, because I didn't believe he was guilty.
I mean,
Okay,
no, but none of us
but here-
believe he was guilty.
So that's my question to you is this. Did you think he was guilty or innocent? Like, can you kind of shed a little bit of light on the fans? Because I believe that's a fair question because people that are watching are probably going to think, but Tony, he was found guilty. How do you feel about that?
I mean, the way I feel, I'm going to tell you right now. I was a fan at first, right? Later on, we worked together. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Do you think I would really support him if I thought he was guilty?
Thank
like, come
you.
on, man.
Thank you.
Like,
Period.
that makes no
Period.
fucking sense.
Yes.
Like, come on. And I still don't think that.
Case
and then
in point.
also,
Yeah.
and then
Come
also
on, it's
another
a
pointer
no-brainer.
that I know for a fact. Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Are you the same person you were 20 years ago?
No, I've grown, bro.
Fuck. Anybody that's watching, are you the same fucking person 20 years ago? I don't care what age you are.
Yeah, no, you
It's bullshit.
okay. If
You evolve and you grow.
Yeah,
for
if
sure.
you are the same
But-
fucking person, I
But
feel
that's
sorry
not
for you.
excusing none of it.
Right.
The man played the man played not guilty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is. And when he comes out, he'll tell you more. But even in jail, he told you.
Yeah.
You can go
Yeah.
back. There's plenty of videos of him talking.
Do you think? Okay, I believe he's up for parole. And Carolyn, I kind of wanted you to chime in on this because there was a page on social media on Instagram that was saying that he's going to be released this year. And you went on there and you said,
No, they gave a specific date. Like
Yeah.
he had a release date. Like he was just getting out on a certain. I'm like, what? No, that's
that one,
I, just
I
don't
was like, no, that didn't
I
make
just
no
don't-
sense.
I
'Cause
don't
they said
appreciate
his
people
birthday.
posting false information.
Yeah,
Like, come
don't
on,
post
bro.
false
No, it
information.
wasn't his birthday. It was like 2 days after. But still, either way, like, stop. Come on, man. Like, come
Yeah.
on with the cap. Please stop posting false information. That's one thing for you to
I seen
post
it
like
today.
all
I
the
seen it
beef and the
today.
drama and the
Okay.
gossip. But I guess it was just one of those days where I was like, man, come on, stop.
Look,
so
Please
he-
stop.
they put it at his birthday, bro.
Okay.
They put October
Please just
17th,
stop.
you might get out. And that's his birthday. But
Said that he
Yeah.
had a release date. He was getting
that's
out.
bullshit.
No, that's not
okay.
happening.
So I'm gonna tell all the viewers,
It's
like
public
we've been saying for
information.
how many
You
years?
can look it up.
Look, how many years they've been asking us?
This isn't like
When does
Rocket
SPM
science,
get out of jail?
guys.
When is for years?
We
fucking
don't
forever.
know. We just know when he's up for parole. That's it.
You know
That's
what
all
I
we
tell
know.
him?
We know what everybody else knows.
You know what I tell him?
Go ahead.
I wish the best for the man. I hope he gets out. Because guess what? He has a daughter. He has kids. He has a son. He got sons.
Yeah.
He has grandbaby. You know what I mean? Probably grandbabies. I really don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the man needs to come home to his family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been a long fucking time. That man did over a fucking life sentence. That motherfuckers murdered somebody or murdered a bunch of motherfuckers and still get out.
Yeah. You know what? Let me take a little pause right there and let me pour you guys another shot. Is that cool?
I need one, man. I need one. Shit. I'm ready. But that's some good shit, though.
Bro, whenever you need another beer, let me know, okay?
I got you.
Okay.
I'm probably almost there.
Carolyn,
I'm just here. I'm just here on the side. I'm just, you know.
do you want another one, Carolyn?
Just here
Or you're
chilling.
good?
I don't. Oh yeah, that's cool. But I'm just
You
here
gotta get
chilling.
the
you know.
guy behind the scenes. You gotta get the guy behind the scenes.
Alex, you ready for another
I
one?
am I'm a peaceful person.
It's Rolling Radio After
Hey.
Dark, so go ahead, bro.
I'm all about
Hey,
peace
I'm
and
always.
love.
I'm not gonna
always
serve you,
about-
Alex.
That's it.
You know, I'm always about the guy behind the scenes, man, because a
Yes.
lot of they never get the light shed on the guy behind the fucking scene,
Well, that's the guy.
and it's so important.
Yes,
They
sir.
always
Yes,
used to
sir.
say you won't start no shit, won't be no shit. And I never start any shit, but there's always some shit. It's like that used to
And
be
you
the
know-
case, but I guess nowadays people just make things up and like act like you start. And it's like, no, I don't. What do you mean? Like I don't have a problem with. What are you talking about? Like,
Right.
I don't even think about you, much less have a problem with you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm busy out here like trying to make a living.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm just out here trying to make
And
a
doing
living.
what you love.
Yeah, that's
That's it.
it.
That's
I
it.
have never fucked with nobody. I've never, like.
Look,
can't
man,
remember-
look,
That's
look.
what's
Can-
crazy.
can I
like,
say something,
I
Carolyn?
don't know why I always
Look.
get, you know.
Carolyn, bro, let me tell you something. Carolyn has always been about networking, has always been about working with everybody.
Bringing people together. I really like
She's
to bring
always
people
been about
together.
working with females too, because
Yeah,
she
yeah.
knows how hard it is for females in the game. And I know because I managed her for a long time, and it's hard to manage a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
Even me, who wasn't even like a diva ass woman. Like,
she
I
really
was,
wasn't. But at the end of the day, she
Was
still, and she always showed that she loved. I'm gonna be honest with you. She loved when y'all all got together. What it was you, Pinkz, and Lala, and who else was it? There was like 4 of y'all.
It was like Miss Crazy, like when we all
Miss
did
Crazy.
shows together. Yeah, it was great.
and
when y'all
she
get to
loved
do
it
Girl shows.
because-
Oh, I love that.
Because they embraced
Yeah.
each other. And let's clear the record. You know, it's not about. I didn't give a fuck about Mr. Capone back then. Like he was cool. I was like, he's a cool guy. You know,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
fucking problem, right?
Right.
But I felt like he did a foul move.
How,
He did a foul move.
can you explain the foul move part so the
foul
people could
move-
understand?
I think it was fraud. It's straight fraud. Because if it ain't fraud, then what the fuck is it? Because how the hell do you do projects with everybody from Dope House Records? You even got her in-house. She's over there riding with you, you know, just to build a relationship with every label. That's how she is. She wants to go to different labels and fuck with everybody across the country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not what the rumors
You know?
were saying. Like
Yeah.
I'm like
It's
sleeping with
nothing-
him and
no,
all that.
No, she
Just-
don't do all that
Wait,
shit.
wait,
always like
sleeping
it's
with him?
Yeah, it's always like whoever you're on the road with or something, you're always automatically sleeping with.
That's
these
just
people.
part of
I
dealing
swear
with a
to God.
female artist, though.
It's part of
It's
it.
just
No,
So it
believe-
was always like, I'm like, come on,
No,
man.
believe me, because
grow up.
and I'm going to say this because the females that I'm working with right now, there were rumors that she was also sleeping with.
They're gonna
with
do
him as
that
well.
no
That's
matter
what I'm
what.
saying.
Yeah.
So look,
Yo,
I managed her for like
it's-
8 years, bro.
Okay.
And I know.
80% false.
I know.
80% false. Okay, 20% probably fucking true.
Yeah.
But 80% of it is false.
Yeah.
So when people say 20%, so what's the 20%?
I'm just saying because it's a natural thing. Like eventually, like maybe some people, I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
Right, right.
At the end of the day,
Most
look,
of it is false.
I know.
Right.
It
'cause
could
if
happen.
anybody
It
would-
happens all
hey,
the
if
time.
any-
You see people hook up.
Hey, if
Right,
anybody would
right.
know, I would know. But I'm gonna tell you right now, from my mouth, she ain't gotta say nothing. I felt like she was a loyalist to SPM for a very long time. She
Yeah.
was an accountant. She worked at the Dope House. She
I helped produce a lot of
She
them.
helped produce. She did the paperwork. She put records on. She did a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? For Dope House for many fucking years.
You played a
I was
major
his,
role.
I was his
major
brother's
fucking
right
role.
hand, pretty much,
Yeah.
for, a lot, for
So
many
if
years.
anybody that he felt like he probably needed to be loyal to was her.
Yeah.
So what the fuck? And then they brought it together and they had a lot in common and she was down for the man. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
that's what it was. It wasn't, oh, he's locked up like they try to paint the picture.
Right, right,
No,
right.
I
it was
know
a
because
genuine
I was
friendship
there,
that
bro.
went on
You know
for
what I
many
mean?
years. Yeah.
So
Like I said, I used to just write letters, be like, "Hey, yeah, we're over here. I mean, you know, what we worked together, but also was like friendship. So
We're keeping the movement alive, and
Yeah.
that's what all of us did. All of us, and still to this day.
Right.
It don't matter what the fuck anybody says online, because we're still gonna do it. And they might not be signed artists, but
Right.
we're the family.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're the ones
Yeah.
that hold it up.
You know, a lot of people may not know your podcast. Can you kind of share your podcast and YouTube, and then I'm going to speak on something.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be real with everybody out there. My shit is called The Hot Seat. You put it together, The Hot Seat, THE Hot Seat 713. And you can find me on YouTube. And the reason why I started that podcast was over this shit.
Okay.
That's why. Because
And that's what I want to touch on
Yeah.
because I know there was an episode where you touched, and if I'm correct, if not, correct me, Capone and Pinkz.
yes, that was my whole point. I was saying, you know what? I gotta say something because you know what? I've been through it all. And somebody wanted a reliable resource from Dope House Records to say something. This guy was bashing the fucking name for like 6 months every fucking day. Like, you're obsessed, bro. And they would be like, no, we're not gonna say nothing. Just let them do whatever. And I was like, no, I owe it to the fans. I owe it to the fucking fans. And he would piss me off because, and the thing I didn't like about him, bro, and look, let me explain something to everybody. Everybody could talk about SPM bad, right? Oh, SPM this, SPM that. You don't see me talking about them because I don't care.
Yeah.
The way that he did it was different.
Yeah.
He went and he worked with all of us for many fucking years. He did projects. He paid us. Why? He didn't pay Lucky Luciano because he was Lucky Luciano. He paid Lucky Luciano because he was part of Dope House Records working with South Park Mexican. He didn't work with everybody else. When he seen us, he embraced us. He loved us. He took her in, whatever. Hey, come ride with us, whatever, do whatever with us.
open up for
Because
shows.
it was because of South Park Mexican. They fucking love South Park Mexican, and they've been loving it for years.
So you've met Capone?
I've met Capone many times. I got pictures. I'll post them online.
Okay. You know what's funny?
I think we met him
Okay,
together.
I'm 55 years old, about to be 56.
Oh,
And I grew up here, and I've never met him.
No, I met him in Denver because that's one of the routes he would go a lot. I met him in Houston. Well, no. I met him in Corpus Christi.
Okay. Alex, can you bring us another round?
Me, Juan Gotti, took a picture with him. You know, we're cool.
He was always on the grind.
Bro, listen, we
was always
fuck
on
with
his hustle.
everybody. We
I
fuck with
respected
everybody.
his hustle a lot.
That's it. I did too. I respected the hustle.
Definitely.
But the part that really grabbed me is that he was so fake. Because when you look at these interviews, listen how fake he is. He like, oh, I'm chasing, I'm with the Tekashi 6ix9ine, I'm going off on him, or I'm fucking, you know, it was always drama. You know, so how the fuck do you guys, and you guys want to talk about Chicano and the raza and the this and that, you know, the Mexicans and brown pride and all this. And I get that anybody could, you know, we got Asians in China and fucking that love our culture. And it's cool for everyone to love our culture. We got the Miklos out there. We got all of that, right? But what grabbed me about this guy is you guys are using this guy as a fucking leader. How do you use this guy as a leader when he's mimicking us and then he's sitting there doing fake shit? One thing I know about Mexicans, you know what? A foster lady that raised me that was from Mexico, you know what she says? I was a kid and I asked her a question.
What's that?
What do you think will happen if Mexico got in a war with the United States? I don't know. I was a crazy kid, right?
Yeah.
She said, mijo, let me tell you something about Mexicans. We don't get into it with nobody. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
We don't go chasing fucking drama and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
He's the one bringing that shit to the community. And he's bringing it to Mexicans. He's not doing it with the Arabs or the Middle Eastern motherfuckers.
Yeah.
He's doing it within our culture. So how the fuck do you call that man a leader? Then he screwed over every fucking artist he signed. I mean, goddamn. Even Miss Lady Pinkz that dies hard for him. Ask her how much royalty she made off her fucking shit. She ain't made a zilch, not a fucking grunion.
Now, if somebody would
But
ask you,
they're still ready to die for the nigga. Come on, man.
okay, you know, I do want to say this, that every artist, before I say that, I've talked to Capone maybe about 3 times, and I want to say it was maybe 2020, and I was supposed to bring him here. He wanted to do an interview, but he had, you know, certain like rules that he didn't want to follow. For an example, he didn't want to go live, and I just said, I can't do that. My show is live. You know, I don't do pre-recorded.
Come on, man.
And he said, can you turn off the live chat? I'm not gonna do that. Okay, after the video's posted, can you turn off the comments? I'm all about positivity, no negativity.
Because he has an agenda, bro, every time, and it's all fake. Look, and then I don't even want to even get into it, but I got to say it.
Go ahead.
What the fuck happened to Blackie Fontana? Why did he leave the fucking country when that happened? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to get too damn deep, but goddamn. All right? Why do you leave when something real happens? When all the drama happened, he left too. He went to fucking over there. The why and all this shit, trying to show off, trying to cap about money. No, but Mexicans don't give a fuck about money like that. Yeah, we're going to pay our bills. We're going to be straight. But when we're here in a Lambo, we got to show out. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. Real motherfuckers don't give a fuck about that shit.
Right.
Really?
Right. No, yeah, every artist that I've had here that has been signed, like for an example, a Cujo, a Bozo, a Magic Girl, etc., have all said, never made any money.
Yeah.
We've
so
all
he
got
signs
burnt.
you. He signs you because you think you're gonna get this great fucking experience, and then he's gonna take all your motherfucking money. So y'all keep getting signed to that fucking loser. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's a fucking clown.
So all I'm gonna say is this:
and y'all need to stop representing that motherfucker. LA is a badass brand. LA is a badass brand, world fucking wide. Why would you have that loser be one of your fucking leaders? That's fucking whack.
Right. Well, I never met him. I never met Lady Pinkz. Never had a conversation with her, but I did have a conversation with Capone-E, and it was just a short one. I think it was like 2 or 3 times. He was supposed to be here, but because he wanted certain things, wanted me to accommodate him, I just wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
My thing was like, let's just go live.
I mean, real recognize real. That's the shit we say in Houston and Texas. Real recognize real. If a motherfucker ain't real, you're gonna know that shit ain't real, and you're just gonna avoid that shit. You know what I mean? Period.
Right. Well,
that's real.
All good,
and that's
bro.
motherfucking real. You know? Another thing, a lot of podcasts, a lot of fans, a lot of people wanted to know what I thought about the Jenny 6ix9ine thing about Miss Lady Pinkz. And I just got to say,
let's get
Carolyn,
into that.
she ain't got to be in it. I'm going to speak for me.
I don't want to be in it because I got nothing
feel
to do
like
with
it was some straight. Yeah, I feel like it was. Yeah, she ain't got nothing to do with none of this shit. This is me. So when you want to hold somebody accountable, you come to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Before you speak on that, I do want to share something. Okay. I had Kilo down, or Kilo, a.k.a. Down, Lean Like a Cholo guy.
Yeah, I never met him, but I heard his music.
Yeah, from Oxnard. He was sitting right here.
Okay.
And I guess Jenny 6ix9ine had went live, knowing that he was live here. Okay. So somebody was texting him while he was live with me, and he read the text messages that he was getting.
Yeah.
And he was getting text messages that were saying, she is saying that you choked her out, you tried to choke her out. So people, you guys can go look at that interview, but he said, why would I try? Why wouldn't I just choke her out? Why would I try? Like, so that's what he was saying. And then, so here's my thing. Look, I never met Jenny 6ix9ine. I've only saw her in person one time. It was maybe like 2 months.
You'd have to
ago.
interview her for that one, the choking out part, because I don't know nothing about that. But all I know is she's a beautiful woman. She had hate from the beginning. She had a single. She dropped that motherfucker. It was successful. With success,
went number 1 on YouTube. It's always going to come hate.
Comes fucking hate, bro.
Carolyn, you know, if anybody knows about hate, it's going to be you. Okay, with success comes much hate.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think she's actually, no bullshit. I think tonight she's playing right across the street from my studio in Houston right now.
Who's this?
Jenny 6ix9ine at Mala Vida. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so at the end of the day, I was supposed to be here, but I'm here today with you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I like her shit. At the end of the day, I felt what she said though. So, okay, she was representing South Park Mexican. They were all singing along, and I guess that fucked some people up, and they were mad about the shit. Okay, cool. But so half of you, like even the fucking podcaster the other day said that he jams SPM behind closed doors. It's like, what the fuck? So at the end of the day, that's bullshit, man. How you gonna be mad at that? It's music, bro. Get over it. But one thing I'm gonna tell you is you can't go jumping people and putting your hands on people. You know, she came in a different genre, really. She came in like a fucking, what is it? What do you call that genre? Like a narco corrido, type.
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't come in the rap game. She not saying, hey, I'm gangster. I'm fucking Jenny 6ix9ine from fucking the block. I'm fucking doing crazy shit or whatever. I'm gang banging and shit. She didn't do that.
Well, the thing is,
can't do that.
Like you said, with much success comes much hate, because there's a lot of females out here hating on her. Yeah. So I could understand why some females will want to jump her. But here's my thing. Like, okay, see, I never understood the whole hate thing.
Right.
My thing is, say you're from my city and you're blown up.
Right.
In my heart, it's like, bro, you know what? I'm glad you're making it.
Right.
I'm glad you're winning. Because my thing, I truly do believe that if you release good, good's
you
going to come back to you.
It. Like Mexican OT, right?
Yeah.
He coming out of Houston, coming out of I mean, he's Bay City, whatever he represents. He makes sure he represents that, and that's good. It's like Bun B. It's no different than Bun B representing Port Arthur, but he still represents that H-Town. He loves that culture. Yeah. That's Houston.
It's like
you know
me.
what I'm saying?
I'm not from Houston
Pimp
originally,
C.
but
Yeah.
I represent the Houston.
Yeah. Carolyn, do me a favor. Move your mic more towards. There you go. Perfect.
Bam.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, like Mexican OT, right? He comes, he represents that shit hard, right? And then how can you hate that man?
Yeah.
How can you fucking hate him? We ain't had a Mexican blow up like that in a long time. But yeah, he's gonna get fucking hate, of course.
Mo,
they want clout.
Do you think that the hate for SPM is only a LA thing?
Well, I'm gonna tell you that I can't say LA because a lot of people like to clown. Oh, LA this, LA, you know, LA, everybody thinks LA is Cali. No, Cali is huge, right? So I can't just put it all on LA.
Okay.
But I could tell you that it started with that, with the whole hateful shit. Before Mr. Capone, nobody gave a fuck. How the fuck did we come over here and do a car show and rock the shit out of it with SPM versus?
Right.
And we had fans there.
Right.
How do we do in stores and people show up and show us love for the last 20 years that he's been in jail?
You know, Mo, I'm going to say this in front of you and in front of Carolyn. Okay. There's a podcaster out here. I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to give him no clout. He came out, and I know he's watching.
Right.
He came out with SPM's paperwork. This guy had prior allegations.
Right.
This guy is a fucking chomo.
All of that. Yeah.
He painted a horrible picture, and he built his entire podcast on just smutting up people's names.
Can I just stop you right there?
Yeah.
All right. What do we call that? Like, we all grew up to know about that one person that pointed the finger at everybody. And if you over there digging up paperwork, that's even worse. What is that? What is that? You did this, you did that. What do we call that? We call that a fucking snitch. We call that a snitch. If somebody didn't know information, you pointing the finger at somebody, that's a snitch.
Right.
Is that not a snitch?
Right. So
There's a lot of those out here watching. I know they watching. They snitches.
So
But
here's,
then they want to say something about somebody being a snitch.
yeah, of course.
But they're doing the same fucking thing, pointing the finger at another man. I'm not gonna point at another man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So here's what happened. He says, I got his paperwork right here. This motherfucker's the chomo. This motherfucker this. If he lived in LA, this motherfucker wouldn't even be alive. Okay.
Yeah.
So now.
So now he's gangster because the man's behind the wall.
No, here's what happens.
Come on,
2
man.
years later, just recently, Gotos appears
Right.
on his podcast.
Oh.
Goto starts talking about SPM.
Yeah.
And this podcaster switches up and says this, oh, I'm a big fan of his. As a
Oh.
matter of fact, he's on my all-time 5.
Oh shit.
He kissed up to his guest. He kissed his ass because he
Because
knew.
Gotos was gonna fold his ass up, and he knew it.
He knew it.
Because let me tell you, Gotos came from Cali down to Texas.
Yes.
For many years.
Northern Cali, yeah.
Yeah.
In Northern Cali, wherever. And he came and he joined all of us.
So my thing is this. Look, if I'm going to say this, I don't like the guy,
Yeah.
but here comes the guy that I'm interviewing that knows the guy that I don't like. I'm not going to switch up on you, bro.
And then your little tail gonna tuck under your little balls.
Yeah, but that's what he did. Oh, he's bigger than Tupac. You know, like
shit.
he's when I work out, I bump SPM. That's my guy, right? And I'm like, motherfucker,
Speaking
you
of
did a
Tupac,
whole
though, look,
episode.
Look, speaking of Tupac, though, you know, like a lot of people like to do the racist thing. Oh, Mexicans, blacks, all this kind of shit. I admire Tupac because he gave Mexicans love.
Yeah,
I admired the Ice Cubes and the Snoop Dogs for embracing the Mexican culture, for riding in lowriders and dressing with the Dickies and fucking all of that. You know what I mean? That's what us Mexicans love. And if you go look at most of rap's supporters, it's mostly Mexicans.
yeah,
I'm telling you.
yeah,
I'm telling you.
yeah. I just tripped on the way this guy, switched it up.
Yeah.
I never watched this guy's podcast, but I watched this one because I knew he was about to lick Goto's fucking butt cheeks, and I was like, bro, like. Wait, you did a whole episode on SPM showing this paperwork. This motherfucker wouldn't be alive if it was in LA. Yeah. But here comes SPM's homie.
It's them ball suckers, man. That's what we call them.
He's my all-time.
That's them ball suckers. You know what I mean? It's like
he's in my top 5.
It's like Capone. When he went around, he sucked everybody down from Dope House Records to try to get to SPM for many years.
Who's this?
What's his name? Capone.
Oh.
Capone went and sucked everybody fucking down. He sucked the whole Dope House down. He took turns with every fucking single body and sucked them down to try to get to SPM. You know what I mean?
No
and
shit.
Now you got a problem with him fucking 15 years later?
Okay, now let me ask you this.
Come on,
Mo.
bro.
I'm going to ask this, Mo.
And what I mean by sucking them down, he's sucking balls. You know what I mean? That's what I call it.
Okay, now
tugging that wood.
Oh my
you know what I mean?
God.
That's what we say.
But I want to ask you this. Like,
yeah.
Okay, why now? If he did all that, why now would he all of a sudden, like 20-something years later?
Because he don't have nothing else in his motherfucking up his sleeve.
So it's like, let me just go ahead and...
Just like when he did the Tekashi 6ix9ine bullshit.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah. So it's like, let me talk about this guy, let me call him a chomo, and let me look like, I guess, like I'm for the people.
And then that backfired on him because a lot of girls was commenting on my shit saying, oh, I was on his bus when I was underage. But you think motherfucking girls want to come online and put their face online and incriminate it?
Wait, say that again?
Yeah. When I came out of my fucking podcast, I had several girls come across, because, you know, I'm connected all over the country.
Yeah.
And all of his territories that he covered was like Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, all of that. That's his shit.
Yeah.
Okay? So why did them girls come forward and say, well, he fucking had me on his bus, you know, trying to fuck with me? You know what I mean? And then, out of all things, Polo, one of my little youngsters, you know, he fucking hits me and he says, hey, my girl didn't even know what the fuck the whole Capone SPM beef shit was. But, bro, guess what she just said? I said, what? She said that she tried to fuck with her when she was only 14. So I said, can you get her on the podcast? And she goes, bro, she's not going to do it. You know, of course, she ain't going to want to fucking do it. Nobody's going to want to
So it's
sit
just
there
not
and be
one.
that bad person. No, there was
just
a lot of
there's
them.
multiple.
There was like 4. Like 4 across the country. And I'm sure there's more. But you know what? I'm even going to pinpoint back when like DJ Khaled was blowing up with Rick Ross and all them. I was getting them at a cheap price. And I never went for it. But I said, you know what?
Fuck, I need another shot after that.
I'm not going to book DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, or Ace Hood was the cheapest one at the time, right? So I said, you know what? Mr. Capone's cheaper. And I was going to book him in Colorado. You remember when I was in Colorado back then?
If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to say it. Yeah. What were you booking him for?
He promoted. He's done a lot of shows. He's thrown a lot of shows too.
So my little brother was a Capone fan at one point. You know.
By the way, I served you guys another shot. So.
I got you. So
and I saw you another beer, homie.
So at the end of the day, look. At the end of the day, salute, man.
Salute.
Yeah, man, let's just get that right there. Appreciate you having us, bro.
Yes, we'll wrap it up with this one. Yes.
Look, my little brother. When I went to Colorado, he was out there, right? With my sister, living with my sister. He says, look at this guy. And it was Mr. Capone, right? And it was Mr. Criminal. There was 2 different CDs.
Yeah.
I didn't know shit about these people because I'm from Texas. But when I got there, I got introduced to it. He was at the Summer Jam or whatever, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But so I had got the price, Mr. Capone was probably like $1,500 or something at the time.
Okay.
So I was like,
what about 15, 20-minute show?
Yeah, so, you know, it don't matter as long as they show up at the time, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I was like, instead of getting Ace Hood hadn't blown up yet. He didn't have that hit single he got now, like Hustle Hard, you know, like he didn't have that yet. He was just a youngster on the roster, and he was probably like 2,500. And so Capone was 1,500. I said, you know what, let me fucking get Capone if my little brother likes the shit. I made a phone call and I called him, and he says, listen, right now would be the best time because he had allegations that he was fucking with a minor out there and they banned him.
Who's this?
Capone.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So that's some other shit, right? I told you it was going to get hot, you know?
Hey,
so
it's a hot seat after dark.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, collab. It would be perfect. They banned me, but just for me to show up, I know we're going to get a lot of media coverage or whatever, right? I was like, okay. I didn't end up booking that show, by the way. But when he told me that, I was like, why the fuck am I going to bring somebody that's getting allegations like that? It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, I put all that shit to the side. We met him a few times. I'm like, man, he cool dude. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He's just an artist. Because we don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Fuck with him. Took some pictures. We met him in Corpus, met him here, met him there, whatever. It's all good. He's just an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We support all artists. You know what I mean? Like, we open our doors to everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's when I felt like it was foul play because he had her over there riding with him and, you know, collaborating and doing all this shit with him. So we like, you know, it's all good. The shit with Gotti, he took pictures with me and Gotti and all
like
that.
It was all love.
You know, the album with Lucky that he did fucking 10 years ago probably.
Yes.
He didn't have a problem then.
So what do you think it is now? Is it just clout?
It's just clout. That's all it is. And so that's why I don't want to give him no more exposure. Fuck that dude. Let's move on forward.
Okay. But I think one thing we can agree is that clout is one hell of a fucking drug.
It is.
It's become
Views,
definitely a clout
bro.
culture.
It
Let me
releases
get
endorphins,
views.
bro. Let's be honest.
Let me
Views, bro.
hashtag his name on my YouTube. And then also, like, it just really sucks because when you pull up my name on YouTube, like, at first my artist page shows up in a couple of my videos, and then
She has to go through the fucking trauma. You know what I mean?
and then you see
she has to go through the trauma.
someone posting, you know, some bullshit about me, and then you see another interview with clickbait on it where it's acting like I said something that, of course, I didn't, and you click on it, and it's not
Look, bro,
that, and it's just a bunch of bullshit, and it, like, it sucks because I don't. It's crazy that even has to be like that because I'm the one who's been consistent in this game, putting in work for so many years.
Yeah.
And just because now with social media, because that's been very recent, all that shows is that. And it's like, man, you guys have no idea. Like, that's why it's so easy for people to believe all these lies because they have no clue. Like, all that stuff isn't documented. Us being out there grassroots in the street.
Yeah.
That's the problem. We didn't come up with social media. We came up going from door to door, but, like, you know, city to city, market to market, in your face, like grassroots.
Can I ask you a question?
No social
sir.
media, no documentation, no camera phones, no GPS, no nothing. We were just talking about how we used to have a freaking atlas sitting in the car. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes,
real
sir.
quick. How long you known High C?
Since 1988.
How many years? That's a long time.
I want to say is at least 34 years, maybe.
Okay, 30, 40 fucking years, right? You die hard for that man,
Yes.
right? That's your history, right?
Yeah, that's my good friend.
There you go.
There's not too many people I call friends,
Right.
but he's my friend.
If something happened and he got some allegations and he said, I didn't do that shit, you gonna ride with that man?
Well, I will be able to tell by looking at his face.
Oh.
And if he told me, Tony, believe me, I didn't do this, then I'm going to say, okay, Croft. His name's Crawford, so I call him
Right,
Croft.
right.
Croft, I'm going to ride with you.
But that's your history and his history,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You ride hard.
Like,
you fucking
yes.
carried them crates. You fucking went there.
Absolutely.
You fucking
If he
went through
tells
the
me,
struggle, right?
Tone, I didn't do it,
Right.
then I'm going to fucking shake his hand and say, I got you. So any motherfucker that tries to come against
You
me,
gonna go hard,
I'm going to
right?
go hard against him.
There you go. So now you know
I get
our
it.
position.
See,
Yeah.
See?
Now you get it. It's a legacy that, you know,
Yeah,
you
it's a
can't just
legacy,
come in
bro.
and just.
It's fans. It's a lot of people involved. It's a touchy fucking subject. And for somebody to try to smear your fucking legacy because of him, you'd be upset.
yeah.
And you would go hard just like I am.
And it's
Absolutely.
also because the people
And I
running that
understand it.
company now aren't the people who helped build the company.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. You got some kids over there that don't even know what the hell's going on. So then now you got that over there. So they're not representing, you know, and all the fans know is the artists. That's all the fans
So-
know. They know me,
So
Gotti,
that's
Lochi,
you
know.
with them, right? And then
Emmanuel.
I'm sure
So-
everybody else would probably ride with them. You know.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, there's a
That's
lot
my
of there's a
family.
long
Period.
history of people that held up Dope House Records,
Yeah.
and I just want to shout all of them out. And if you want to work with them, you fucking work with them because guess what? And I'm not saying SPM did it because I feel like he's not guilty. But at the end of the day, even if he did, it's not everybody else's fault. You know what I mean? Dope House Records is Dope House Records. There's many artists, and they stand alone. Each one of them. They're not signed but they're the Dope House family.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone should respect them, right? Individually. So stop putting everything about SPM, SPM, SPM when there's so many other people that are involved in the movement that should be highly respected, like Juan Gotti, Low G, Rashid, Lucky Luciano, Baby Bash, Grim, Quota, Filetto, Lord Loco, Powder, Carolyn Rodriguez, all of us. And then all the people behind the scene, like myself, you know, and everybody that paved the way, because there's so many of us, and all of the fans. You got to respect those fans because they love us. They don't just love SPM, they love us. When we go to their cities, they show us mad love. They show us that hospitality. All the artists that are across the country that break bread with us, that buy verses and features and shows, and the promoters.
Yeah.
There's so much involved, and people forget that.
Yeah. You know, I want to ask 2 questions before we move away from the whole SPM thing, because
Right.
I know you guys are tired of being asked about
It's
SPM.
crazy. All my life. Shit, goddamn. All of
That's
my
why
life,
I
shit.
don't. That's why I don't do these podcasts. I don't do that shit because I don't want to sit here and. First of all, my personal life is my personal life. You're never going to hear about it. I'm never going to talk about it with you.
Yeah.
I'm never going to talk about it with any podcaster.
Yeah.
You can listen to all the bullshit you want online. I won't be part of it. You know what I mean? I'm here to
Just
do
look
music.
at her like a down-ass motherfucking chick.
If you like my music, fine. If you don't, cool. Move on. But as far as personal stuff and you hating me and you don't even know me, cool. It's whatever. I don't
Hey.
care.
Hey,
I'm
if
here just
anybody's
to make the
been
music.
loyal,
I
if
don't hate
anybody's-
anybody. You know what I mean?
If anybody's
I
been
don't.
loyal, it's been Carolyn, man. Through all that shit, she had even Dope House going at her and fucking the whole Capone fans. Bro, listen, let me tell you something. I went to the Portland show with her. She's like, come out here. You got to come with me. And she did it with Capone. We went to Portland. People were like, damn, you're going to that shit? And I was like, yeah, I'm going. And I was right there with her. And I'm going to tell you, they did their show and it was all fucking phony with the shit, and everybody was like, yeah, fucking high power, whatever. But then when she got on, everybody disappeared and stood on the wall. But I'm going to tell you, they felt her. They felt her fucking music because when she sang, they fucking sat there and their fucking little throat moved. You know what I mean? They fucking were like, damn, they were ready to cry because they felt that shit.
Yeah.
And they knew that shit was bullshit.
Yeah.
And I felt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's bullshit. You don't try to do that to somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she still stayed in there and still continues to do fucking shows while both of them were fucking going at her. And if anybody was down, Carolyn was down. That's how I feel.
No, absolutely.
Because in the heat of the moment, when everybody turns on you and you still fucking down, that tells you something. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you know, and here's my thing when it comes to SPM. Like I said, I want to move away from this after.
Yeah.
When people say, yeah, but ultimately he was found guilty, how can you still fuck with him?
Yeah.
How do you answer that?
Bro, I already said it. I said it early in the interview.
No,
She was loyal.
Yeah.
They had a lot of things together. They had a lot of history.
And you don't believe just because they were found guilty doesn't
Bro.
mean they're guilty.
And then let me tell you something too.
Yeah.
I
And,
mean,
and this is off the record. You know, she don't even know what I'm saying, but come on, man. All y'all motherfuckers out there that
Oh, I'm
say,
sorry. I didn't realize our system was
Look.
we had a
on.
great prison system.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
hold
We got
on,
a great
hold on,
judicial
hold on,
system. My bad.
I'm about to get
It's
into
a great
all of
system out
y'all.
there.
I'm about to get in all of
It's
y'all
fair.
shit right now. I'm about to get in all of y'all shit right now. All of y'all
Little
motherfuckers.
Mexicans.
Look, all these motherfuckers claim gangster.
yeah.
I'm gangster.
Yeah.
I've been to prison like the prison politics. Blah blah fucking blah. Right? Okay. How many of you motherfuckers been in prison? And you sit there and you call that woman and you tell her everything she want to fucking hear. How many? All of you motherfuckers, because you looking for somebody to fucking support you, somebody to be there through all your bullshit and all your fucking shit. You know what I mean? Send you
Yeah,
some
yeah.
fucking money,
Yeah.
whatever, support, whatever the fuck it is. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Just take care of you because
Be
you still
real.
need to be taken
Let's
care
be
of.
fucking real. So that's why. Because I'm sure she probably heard everything in the fucking book. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then she was a loyalist. And then she knew the system. She knew how to upload music. She knew how to fucking do all the paperwork. Why not? You wouldn't? Fucking right you would.
So
Fucking right.
hypothetically, let's just say the SPM gets released. Hypothetically, okay?
Right.
He gets released next month. Okay?
Right.
And do you think he's going to be able to go on tour here in LA?
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe he's going to do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah, I believe
Because
so.
I believe
It's
he will
one of his
pack
biggest
out.
markets.
He
The
will
numbers don't
he will
lie.
pack out a fucking arena,
Yeah.
and there will be metal detectors, and there will be security guards, and everything will be done correctly because they want a show of that caliber. Fucking right, he will.
Okay, Karen. Last time you were here, you said when people started talking about him, the numbers, if you will, correct me if I'm wrong, in LA increased.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
So it's true.
Because they didn't know who he was before this. The newer generation, they're like, well, who is this person y'all are
Yes.
making this big deal about? I don't even know who that is, you know? So they start
Yes.
looking at the music. Hey.
Bro, he made history for us. And one thing I like to tell people is if it's only fucking 50 years of hip hop, we are fucking early. We are nowhere yet. 50 fucking years ain't shit.
Yeah.
It is, but it ain't. So guess what? We're paving this way right now.
But let's go back to the prison system real quick because I want to touch on that real quick.
Yeah.
I visited many prisons over the years,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Visited, I would say I started visiting in 2005 up until 2019. So let's say 14 years of prisons, going to prisons and going to visit. And I mean, it's nothing but brown and black in there. That's it.
Absolutely.
It's filled with brown and black men. And so you're going to sit there and tell me that all those men in that prison, they're guilty of everything they've done, but the white men isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
all
but
that's
the
just
distribution of race in the prison system, no. So
They do that.
how could you
they do
sit
that
there
to us,
and
though.
say that, but then judge another man and be like, well, if he was found guilty on paper, if the judge said he was guilty, then he's guilty.
Look, can I
You
touch
just
on
can't,
that
you
real
got to
quick?
do one or the other. You can't do it both ways, man.
Yeah.
Let me touch on that real quick.
Go for it.
In Cali, it's about the prison system that leaks down into the streets,
Yeah.
and it's about the politics and everything, the Mexicans, and they want to keep us divided. That's what the fuck the whole plan is. But I'm gonna tell you about us in the South, okay?
Yes,
Where
sir.
I come from.
Yeah.
I'm from an all-black neighborhood, just like SPM.
Yeah.
I'm from Acres Home, 44 Acres Home. You know what I mean? And that's all black neighborhood. But I'm going to tell you, I slept on their fucking couch. I slept on their floor. I broke a pack of fucking noodles when I done had the shit with the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, they show me mad love. When I went to a black family reunion, they were like, damn, this is the only Mexican, but they love me to death. All the fucking grandmas. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me about a black person or a white person or anything, because my kids are white. You know what I mean? Right now, shit, shout out to my chick at home, you know what I'm saying? She's native. So I'm more like multicultural.
Yeah.
I embrace every culture. Like I feel
I grew
like
up in a black neighborhood.
women to me are beautiful. Some people I can't stand a person and say, "Oh, I'll never fuck a black chick," or "I'll never fuck a Mexican chick," or a white chick, or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, women are beautiful to me. They're like art. You know what I mean? Like,
Bro.
if I see a beautiful ass black woman, I'm gonna be like, "What's up?" A beautiful native chick. To me, it's like it's beauty. You know
When a
what I mean?
woman is beautiful, the
Come
color
on, man.
the color doesn't matter, bro.
the
When a
fuck?
woman is beautiful, the color
How does
doesn't
that
matter.
even make sense to anybody?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
understand that. Like, bro, I got people that respect me and love me from every culture. So why the fuck would I even indulge in any of that kind of retarded shit? That
Yeah,
shit don't make
yeah.
no sense.
Yeah. I get
Like,
it.
for real. And everybody out here preaching unity, even the ones in Cali, and it fucking upsets me so much because they're like, prison politics, the black person. You can't even ask a question on this podcast
Yes.
without saying, what is your favorite Mexican rapper? No. What is your fucking favorite rapper? It can
Yeah,
be
I
white,
know.
black, Mexican, Asian. It
Yeah.
don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, you guys love Snoop Dogg, don't you?
Yes.
You love fucking Ice Cube, don't you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you love Eazy-E, you love Tupac. So what the fuck is the problem? I don't understand it. We love DJ Screw. We love Big Pokey. we
DJ
love Lil
Screws
Kiki.
is very popular.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We love we love all of them, bro. We love all of them. K Reno, the SPC, they're all black, bro. We fuck with each other. We and they love me. And they
I
love
love
her.
to everybody in the Swisher House. Yeah.
The Swisher
Michael
House, the
Watts.
50-50 twins, Michael Watts, All of them, you know, Big Tyke,
Lil
Big
Keke.
Pig, all of them, bro. Lil Mario,
Legends,
Lester Roy, Archie Lee, all of them. There's so
Archie
many of
Lee,
them
hell
that
yeah.
you guys got to learn from.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's why I want to go down there
And
have
we got to
you-
learn from each other
My
because
manager's having
because-
they're having an event called Cap Summit down here. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna bring Paul Wall down here.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
so-
I feel like we love a lot of y'all, and y'all don't know that we love y'all like that because DJ Screw, what he did is he brought all of the music from Cali and slowed it down and screwed it up from Cali. He loved Cali. He had Houston culture is built on Cali too.
Right.
And I love it here too. That's
So
what brought
if
me out
you
here.
go look up
That's why I
DJ
moved out
Screw
here.
right now, you're gonna hear that
Love
shit,
working
bro.
out here
Yeah.
with
And
artists.
sometimes, like some of those times, when I heard a LA artist, it was through DJ Screw,
Yeah.
and it was slowed down. You know.
Yeah.
So my first time, I probably would have heard an Ice Cube or something like that. It was through
Yeah.
DJ Screw.
Okay.
You know, so it's like, damn, you know, like we didn't feel that way. You know, y'all feel that way. It's y'all's politics that are fucking your mind up because of prison. But out here in the streets, it shouldn't be like that. Leave that shit in prison.
Yeah.
And if you got love for every race in the, you know, do that shit in the streets.
Yeah.
Love each other. Like, so you gonna tell me if you run across, I mean, but you already know that. That's why we so much alike. You
Shout
fuck
out
with
to
High
everybody
C.
behind those walls.
fuck
You know,
with High
everybody
C,
that's
he's a
locked
black
down.
guy.
Absolutely.
You
Bro,
know?
that's who I grew up with, bro.
That's what made you
Yeah,
different from
absolutely.
everybody else. That's true.
And that's why Raza gets mad.
you know.
So I'm not going to speak
Bro,
on that.
listen.
But no, I'm going to say something because
Yeah.
I just got a text message and it says this. I'm going to read it to you.
Yeah.
Hater World is playing your live and Lady Pinkz is in your chat
Yeah.
saying she wants to call in. Everybody mad in there. Okay, first of all, I want to say this, that
They should be.
Hater World, I think he calls himself Blue Pebble. I think the reason why he calls himself Blue Pebble because he's small,
Yeah.
short, and fat.
That's good.
But as far as Lady Pinkz in the chat, look, I've gone live now total of all my episodes, not
Yeah.
just Roading Radio, over 400 times.
Right.
And now you want to call in?
Right.
So
Look, can I tell you something first
okay,
of all?
here's my thing. If you got
Yeah,
a
tell
message
me.
to say to Blue Pebble and Miss Lady Pinkz, go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna say, fuck all of that. This ain't your platform. You on that bullshit. First of all, Miss Lady Pinkz, you know what the fuck it is. You had a fucking loyal ass friend. What you did, it was foul because she told you to respect her and not go and say nothing because that was her personal fucking business. You don't go and say nobody's personal fucking business. Stay off that shit. So first of all, you're fucking dismissed. Go suck some shit down there. Whatever. And then what I gotta say to Blue fucking Devil, you don't even know me, and you went and made a podcast and talked about all kind of dirty shit. But guess what? I'm gonna tell you like this. You wanna meet? We can meet. We can fucking have a fucking podcaster, whatever, because I don't even say that I'm a fucking podcaster. But we could box it out and we could put some money and we could donate that shit. Cause I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But to talk bad about somebody you don't know that you think you fucking know, you ain't shit. Eat my motherfucking dick. You already know. You can eat it for lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever. I don't give a fuck. We don't play them games. You know what I mean? Talk your little shit. You gaining a little hype. It's cool. Have fun. But guess what? This ain't your platform.
What he's gonna do is gonna cut you off before I speak because that's what he does. He knows how to edit shit
Yeah.
to make you look some type of way, but he's never gonna meet anybody.
Bro,
you know?
look, real gonna recognize real and fake gonna recognize fake. The shit I said on this motherfucker is real from the motherfucking heart. You could go back, you could rewind that bitch 1,000,000 times, and you could look at that shit, you could analyze it 100 fucking different ways. And if you don't know a person, you ain't got shit to say because you just like one of them. You a motherfucking snitch. You pointing the finger at somebody you don't know. So if you don't know, motherfucker, you need to recognize because you get your ass beat in these streets. And yeah, you might be out here, but don't ever cross the motherfucking roads because we got them all over the country, bro. Don't play with me. That's what I gotta say.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's real.
Texas OG Mo Hustle. And once again, if you're any podcaster and all you do is talk shit, but you're not willing to meet anybody in the streets, all you are is just a fart in the wind.
Hey, look,
but anyways,
hey, look, hold on. And I'm gonna say something before this podcast ends because I don't just want to talk about all the hate out there in the world. You know, I do mean good for the world. You know what I mean? And I do want to embrace different people. I do want to embrace the Cali artists. We embrace every artist, you know, from fucking New Mexico to Colorado, You know, shout outs to Burke Records out there. Shout out to fucking Symes Carter in Colorado. All of the family, bro, that we have in Arizona and even in Cali, bro. I fuck with a lot of people in Cali.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people don't know the history.
Yeah.
But King Little G, before he blew up, they hit me up. They said, hey, we know you're the fucking guy to bring him down and do a Texas tour.
You brought him down.
I fucking brought him down. He was only $300 at that time.
$300?
$300.
And a flight.
He says, $300, we're gonna come in a van.
They drove?
They didn't. Because when it became time for them to come, he's like, man, I need a flight. And we got him. So we took him to San Antonio. We took him everywhere. Midland, Odessa, everywhere. And when he would come to Dallas, he would hit me up. You know, I'd put all the strippers on him. Here you go. Get him the bottle. You know what I mean? I showed mad love. And for all you
Shout out to King Little G, man. Got mad love for King Little G.
King Little G is a real motherfucker. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to Frank Nitty. Frank Nitty hooked me up with motherfucking...
Frank Nitty been here like 3 times. Frank Nitty is a dope motherfucker,
Hey,
bro.
Frank Nitty is a motherfucker. He's way before his time. And I love him, man, because he thinks out of the fucking box. And some of you motherfuckers that be commenting, you need to think out of the motherfucking box, bro. Stop thinking in a little fucking square, you know? Like, think about everything else that's going on in the fucking world. Like, stop being a fucking little pea and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Frank Nitty is a real motherfucker.
Absolutely.
He got some real knowledge for you motherfuckers. You know, and I know Any Means was beefing with the, you know, Young Gritty, which was Young Blue at the time.
That guy fucking beefs with everybody.
But guess what?
He beefs with himself.
Look, but it's okay. I still got love for Any Means too. I got love for Any Means. You know what I'm saying? He was in one of my videos with Carolyn and Juan Gotti and Lazy Bone. You know, man, so many people. E-Dub and Kool-Aid and Dominator and fucking Javi Lopez and motherfucking... Man, there's so many great people out here, man. You know, like, you just, you know, we know people in every motherfucking neighborhood, every motherfucking state. Y'all got to stop acting like we're new to this shit. We're not new to this shit. We're OGs in this shit.
Absolutely.
That's why they call me the motherfucking Texas OG.
Nah, I mean.
Motherfucking, we haven't even, okay, we didn't just create a platform in Houston and in Texas. I can name you every city in fucking Texas. We done fucking travel for many years.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to every artist I've worked with out here that always showed me love. Like
Carolyn,
always
Criminal,
been
Chino
love, bro.
Grande.
Hold on, I have
Chino
to
Grande,
ask Carolyn a question. Carolyn, how much is it paying you?
I work with a lot of artists out here.
Carolyn, how much is it paying you?
Huh?
How much is it paying you?
Yeah.
Who's they?
How much is it paying you to baby shit that shot right that I served you?
Oh, I was like, who is they? What are we? I was like, who are we talking about? Who's they?
No, but for real, Chino
I'm just a
Grande,
joker.
man.
I'm
Hey,
a joker.
I know. I was like,
fucking Urban
wait.
King. Shout out to him,
Yeah.
man.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Jimmy from
You
Urban
know Jimmy?
Kings,
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
he gets mad when I say hi, man. It's Jimmy.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hey,
But yeah.
Alice, on the live chat, can you put, are you guys enjoying Rhodium After Dark? That's it. Rhodium After Dark.
Hey,
Go ahead.
you motherfuckers need to get it introduced to Texas. Mexican OT. I'm talking about the pesos. I'm talking about the motherfucking Miss Gold. I'm talking about the Crystal Poppin'. I'm talking about
Crystal Poppin' been here twice.
Big Boss Entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Karen Rodriguez.
She's dope, right?
Yeah, she's dope,
Crystal
bro.
Poppin' is dope as fuck.
Yeah,
you know what
she
I'm saying?
is. That's the homegirl right there.
You know, shout out to the whole Dope House fucking family, man. Y'all need to get some features from Juan Gotti, Rashid, Low G. You know, those are the main fucking 3. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to rhyme, but that's what the fuck it is.
I would have never came out here without Mr.
Fuck,
Juan
bro.
Gotti.
Yeah.
For
brought
real.
me out here,
Go
yeah.
fucking book our producers. You know, Shadow Ramirez, Fileto from the Ghetto. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that made the fucking hits. You know what I mean? Fucking all of them, bro. Fuck. Like, it upsets me because
I know, bro.
all of y'all are well known and it's great, but we got so much history and so many hits too. Shout out to
Absolutely,
Solo Beats that made half of the damn motherfucking H-Town history from the Zeros
Sean
to the
Solo,
Lil
yeah.
Kikis. Yeah, Sean Solo. Y'all look him up. You know, work with these artists, man. Stop being fucking in a little box. Get the fuck out of here. Do some other shit.
Shout out to the Bay Area legends that I got to work with recently, like Be Legit. You know, we had a record that came out this summer. Such a
hell
dope
yeah.
experience,
That's
you know, being able to work with Be Legit and of course rapping Fote.
All of them,
So,
man.
we-
Hey, fucking Bubba Sparks and Twister
Everywhere,
and
yeah.
fucking shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. Shout out to Lazy Bone. You know what I'm saying? Busy Bone lives in Houston now. You know what I mean?
Oh shit. Okay.
Like, you know, like
That's right.
it's just so much shit that y'all don't even know. You know, shout out to E40, you know? Real fucking dude.
Now let me ask you this. I know I already asked this earlier, but just in case for the people that are just barely tuning in now, say that SPM is released next month. Okay, do you think he will be just as famous as he was before he went in?
Why wouldn't he? We're gonna have a fucking party in every motherfucking city, maybe in a fucking arena.
Okay.
You know, we're gonna pack that bitch.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
We're gonna pack that bitch and let the record be known.
Keep his name alive.
They keep taking it out of the fucking scene, but it's bullshit. He could be with a new wife. That's fine. That's his choice. But she embedded in this motherfucking history. She's in all of those motherfucking songs.
Yeah.
All of those motherfucking songs. Let me say it again.
Yeah.
Hoggin' and Doggin', the Dope House Family. How many fucking songs you in?
That's a lot. I don't know.
She's on a whole motherfucking history
A lot.
for fucking years.
2 decades.
So
of
that
it,
shit needs to be squashed. He needs to talk to his wife. Hey, you need to fucking understand. And she's cool, whatever. Y'all need to come to a mutual agreement, and you're not going to replace her, bro. It's
we just
history.
leave personal stuff personal, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
but you can't replace history. That's my fucking point. She needs to be involved in all that shit. If that's what the fuck she's on, she needs to be on that shit. And y'all need to book her. Y'all need to book her. She's the motherfucking OG. And you see a lot of newcomers that are females, but she's the motherfucking OG.
You need to book me because I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna sing
Bro,
for
she
real.
paved the fucking way for a lot of female Latina artists. I don't give a damn what nobody says because she's the one who took it on the road.
You know what, Carolyn? As far as Dope House, is there any other like female artists on there that was on there before you?
Yeah, there were other female artists on there before me. They had Pinkz and they had Powder, but and then they had like lots of different female singers. But
are they still on there?
No. This was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, this is way before me.
Okay.
And I was never technically signed to them, but I did release a lot of. I released some singles through them, but I never signed to them because I was involved in mainly like the behind the scenes, the production, you know, the features on the records, and then the accounting, and then the just everything. It was just a lot. It was a lot. I did a lot.
Now,
I played a lot of roles.
Even though you are not technically with SPM today,
Right.
Do you feel when he gets out, do you think he's still going to be who he was before he went in?
I don't know him before he went in, so I only know him since he's been incarcerated. I don't know who he would. I really don't know him.
But she's still fucking Carolyn Rodriguez, the medicine girl that gave you all the motherfucking hits. That was the hook girl. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. She did that shit.
Yes, you can call me Hook Girl and make fun of it, but
fucking
I mean,
did that
hooks
shit.
like
She
as
made
in
that
singing
bread.
hooks.
Hey,
Yeah,
you can make fun of it if you want, but what you need
that's
to
the
do,
only hooks I did.
But what you need to do is you need to invest that motherfucking bread and get you a badass hook. I don't give a fuck. Straight like that. Because guess what? It's what
I could
it
do
is.
OnlyFans, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm
The
good.
girl that went viral on the
I'll sing
motherfucking
instead.
shit.
I would
every
rather
time.
sing for my supper.
Straight
That's
up.
just my preference. I want to sing for my supper. I don't knock
But
anybody
shout
who
out
does.
to the ones that
who
came
does
before her too.
OnlyFans and
You know?
stuff. That's cool. But I'm good on singing. I just want to sing.
And I would say invest your time into learning the fucking history of Dope House Records. It's not just one artist. It's not the one that hold the torch. It's the one everybody behind the fucking scenes. That they're legends. They're legends.
Absolutely.
They're just like your Ice Cube and your
yeah, it's not the
Eazy-E
people
and
running
your
the social
Snoop
media
Dogg.
pages. We'll put it that way. It's not the people
Down
that are
sou-
currently running the social media
Down
pages.
south, those are like our Snoop Dogg and our fucking Ice Cube.
Absolutely.
The Juan Gottis and the Lucky Lucianos and the Rashids and Low G's. That's what the fuck it is, man.
Absolutely.
And that's how we feel.
Absolutely. You know, I just want to ask you a question about this. Now, you've met Lady Pinkz, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you this question, bro. I'm not going to ask Carolyn because, you know, I respect Carolyn. And
Yeah. She's not in this right here.
No,
as
it's
far as the other
between
shit,
us,
this
you know.
is
Yeah,
us.
Here's my
probably
thing.
Man shit.
physically just step out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is man shit right here.
I mean, they've been friends for a long time, bro, for years, okay? Here's
Right.
my thing. And there was the point where they no longer became friends because of the whole SPM thing.
Right. And that's bullshit. Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Can I tell you why real
No,
quick?
that was my question, please.
All right, let me tell you why. Because they weren't just interested in Carolyn. They were interested in fucking SPM.
Yeah.
When they started the relationship, they were like, oh, that's that girl from fucking, she sings with SPM.
Yeah.
You think they didn't?
No, I know they did.
Fucking right they did. So let's stop all the bullshit. Let's stop all that old extra shit. And Blue Devil, you too. Stop sucking that dick so much. Stop sucking that Middle Eastern dick. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's what the fuck it is. They came after her because she was with Dope House Records and she was rocking with SPM. Let's be real. All of them. Capone, Pinkz, whoever. They knew where the fuck it came from.
Yeah.
They came from the house, and that is Dope House Records. Let that be known. You know? And other than that, yeah, they grew close. They became friends. And personal shit is personal shit.
See, and here's my thing. Like, let's just say I become friends with someone, okay? And all of a sudden, like, my friend's homie doesn't like a certain person.
Well, fuck him.
Exactly. So here's my thing, like, well, that motherfucker's a chomo, and that motherfucker, and all of a sudden, like,
So now it's an agenda 20-something years later. How many years is it? 20 what?
20-something years
How many
later.
20, how many exactly? 20 years. So you're going to wait 20 fucking years to say, come on, man. Shut the fuck up.
No,
Slap your motherfucking self. Punch yourself in the fucking eye. If you're going to wait 20 years to say something, shut the fuck up. You supported concerts. You went out, you supported the music, you listened to it secretly if that's what the fuck you did, but I don't think you supported it secretly. You was bumping that shit because I've been coming to Cali for a long fucking time. I've done fucking car shows out here. I've dealt with people out here. We've done verses, we've done features. We've been on a syndicated fucking radio station across the country. And you're gonna sit here and say that in the last year and a half or 2 years, that's you ain't fucking did nothing. You ain't ever listened to it. Shut the fuck up.
You know what? And that's one thing that I never understood. And again, I told you this, Mo Hustle, that from 2002 to 2017, I didn't listen to music, bro.
No.
So my thing is like, so I'm catching up. And when I hear like, yeah, fuck that chomo and fuck this. And then I hear like, bro, you recorded with him? Bro, like
everybody recorded. You know who this man had in the house? When SPM was hot, he had The Rock in the house. They did a fucking album with Cat Williams. Fucking Rashid did with Spice One.
No shit.
Y'all don't know that history?
Speak on it,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying?
Speak on it.
Y'all don't know that shit, bro? Like, we had every celebrity at the Dope House. Why? Because he was the hottest fucking Mexican. What do you think they're doing with Mexican OT right now? He's about to drop a song with the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
He's the hottest shit right now because he's Mexican, man. He's carrying our fucking culture. That's the fucking SPM of our time right now.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he had that. They all came to the Dope House. They all did. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, I'm glad
Tracy Morgan, you know, like all of them people were at the fucking Dope House, bro. They love that shit.
Yeah.
John Cena.
Damn.
John Cena fucking did an album, a song with Filetto. Filetto, who else was on that? Lil Young and Rashid. You know what I'm saying? John Cena, Filetto, and Rashid. Man, y'all tripping, bro. We had a lot of love. Mexicans, bro, coming up. How can you be mad at that? If you mad at that, eat a dick. You just doing it online for clout.
For clout.
Just
That's
to
it.
say something. Shut the fuck up, bro.
You know what?
Shut the fuck up.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this, bro. If you're supporting these podcasters that are dropping this fucking bullshit, excuse me, unfollow these people.
Look,
Like,
bro, listen.
honestly,
You know
like-
what me and you are going to do?
Yeah, let's do that.
You know what me and you are going to do?
Let's do that.
Me and you, bro, we're important to this culture. All right?
Absolutely.
I'm important in my own way, and you're important in your own way.
And we're going to go against these fucking lame ass
We're going to come
motherfuckers.
together, and we're going to make history.
Absolutely.
Because Cali and Texas is important. And right now, there's like a division. And I feel like we can change that.
Yeah.
I feel like not just in Cali and Texas, I feel like Colorado, Arizona, I feel like Oklahoma, I feel like all of it. We're going to come together and we're going to do something great
Absolutely.
because there's a bigger mission
yeah.
than all of this,
Yeah.
right? I feel that they gave me my own day, May 13th in Houston, Texas.
You
Okay.
told me that shit.
Yeah, the mayor, all of them, Robert Gallegos, the LULAC Council, all of those Vicky Cruz, they came together, all these important people, and they gave me my own day, right?
Yeah.
In Houston, Texas. That's May 13th. And I think that we need to make a change. I think that we need to get some Cali artists. We need to get some Arizona artists, some Colorado, Oklahoma, New Mexico. We're going to get everybody together, and we're going to come down to Houston, Texas, May 13th, and we're going to grow from all the bullshit, all the hatred, and we're going to show people what we can do together. And that's what's going to mean something.
Absolutely.
And if we're only 50 years in hip-hop, by the time we're 100, they're going to motherfucking know what the fuck it is. They're going to know us. They're going to know our history. They're going to know who we're connected to. And they're going to know what greatness means for our people.
Absolutely.
That's what I feel.
Okay, before we bring Carolyn back on, I want to ask you 2 questions, okay?
Yeah.
And hopefully you could name me.
Tell me.
You could name me.
Tell me.
Okay. This is no diss, but I want to prove a point.
Yeah.
Name me. You got 10 seconds.
Okay.
Capone's greatest hit. 1.
Come on, man. I don't know that shit.
2.
I don't know it.
3.
I don't know nothing.
4. Okay.
Look.
Okay,
I'm
my
gonna be
second
real.
question.
That's great shit.
Here's
That's
my
great
second
shit.
question.
All right,
My second
come on,
question.
come
Name me Lady Pink's greatest hit. 1, 2,
Bitches.
3.
That's the only song I could give you.
Okay.
Bitches.
So that was a hit?
I thought it was cool. I was laughing at the time. I was like, bitches, bitches, bitches. I thought it was funny. I'm not even gonna care for y'all.
All right, cool.
I fucked with the Pinkz, but I fucked with the Capone because of the hustle. But I can't tell you one hit.
All right. Then
And
we'll leave it at
Pinkz,
that.
I could tell you one hit.
Cool.
Bitches. I'm not gonna hate. Bro, I'm
I've
not a
never
hater,
heard.
bro.
Bro, let me tell you something. I've
Okay.
never heard the music.
I'm not a
so
hater,
that's why
bro.
I'm asking.
I'm not a hater, bro.
All good. Carolyn, you can come back on.
All right. But look, check this out though. We're gonna build a bridge
Yes, sir.
across this motherfucking gap.
Yeah.
We're gonna make history because guess what? It's not happening right now. We're gonna do something different. You're gonna come down to H-Town. I'm gonna introduce you to not only the whites, the blacks, the Mexicans that are legends in this motherfucking game. They're gonna be on Rhodium Radio. We're gonna come together and we're gonna do a motherfucking show because it means something that a Mexican finally got his own fucking day.
After the
Because nobody else got their own motherfucking day.
Absolutely.
But I do. You know? And we're going to do things for the community. We're going to go out and we're going to feed the homeless. We're going to go out and we're going to provide certain services for the single mothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gotos, if you're watching this, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because he was on stage when they gave me my proclamation.
Oh shit, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Much love, bro.
At the end of the day, I don't know if y'all know what a fucking proclamation is, but that's something like what they gave Martin Luther King. That's a proclamation.
Bro, that's a beautiful thing.
Okay? And it's because we're about the people. And I'm not gonna I don't speak out on nobody else that talks about SPM and all that shit. I just didn't like the way the man moved about it, and he's still doing the shit. It was whack as fuck. That's like the corniest, wackest Hollywood shit that you could ever fucking think about. That's fucking whack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't care. As other people said, the same shit. I didn't attack them. I didn't tell them nothing. But this man made it a point for 6 months to say something bad. But if you're that much invested, bro, find another job because your shit's decreasing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
know
that's
what?
all I got to say about that. And if we ain't about our people, if we ain't about, I want to come out to Cali. I want to come with you. I get a satisfaction from helping people.
Absolutely. Bro.
I get a
Same here.
satisfaction from going to helping the homeless. I get a satisfaction from doing something great, something out of what we usually do. That's what I want to do. That's what I feel my purpose is in life.
Yeah.
So I'm not all about the internet drama, the bashing, the whole racism thing. We love black people. We love white people. We love Asian people. We love everybody. If you show me that I can love you, I'm going to love you. If you show me that I got to hate you, then I got to hate you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We embrace everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let that shit die here. Book everybody from Dope House Records. They all got love. They're all genuine, and they're all good people.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Sylvia Coy, because I didn't even shout her out. But that's SPM's sister. And shout out to Tootie, the brother, you know what I mean, that handled all the business. Shout out to them. Shout out to Carly Coy, which is his daughter. She's grown and she's singing. Shout out to JD Coy. Shout out to motherfucking, you know, all of them, bro. You know what I mean?
All good, my brother.
Little Los, all of them. They all are good people.
Yeah.
So to paint a bad fucking name or a black cloud over somebody, it's just whack, bro. Stop pointing at fingers. Stop pointing them fingers. Stop being a fucking snitch. Stop being a bitch. That's my motherfucking message. Let people grow.
Mo Hustle, the hot seat.
That's what it is. Y'all find me at the hot seat 713, all together, no spaces. Y'all go follow my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at The Real Mo Hustle. The Real M-O Hustle.
What is tag up, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Follow me. The tags will be on the motherfucking thing. And man, I appreciate you. You know why?
Yeah.
For being genuine, for opening your fucking doors to me, you know, because this is greatness. This is what it's all about. This is if y'all don't respect this motherfucking man, you know, everybody else, I see all the other podcasters following the trend. Oh, y'all do this, y'all hate. Y'all some motherfucking haters. And especially the motherfucker with the name Haters World. You a motherfucking bitch. You a hater, bro. Stop being so hateful. Open up your motherfucking doors and do something different. You know, embrace, unite with people. Fucking do something different. Stop cloud chasing and stop riding everybody's fucking dick. That's what I gotta say.
No, I mean, bro, I want to share something with the people, and I learned this in 1990 when I did my Texas tour. I want you to shake my hand real quick.
Yeah.
And I want to show people where I learned this from.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh yeah, yeah.
When I saw that, bro,
okay.
I swear, a white. No, hold on. A white guy did that to me, and I was like,
"Oh, you hit the
Yeah, and I looked at my boy from Compton, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy? This motherfucker slacked my fucking."
Okay, can I tell you something?
Like that was disrespectful.
Okay, now do this real quick. Okay, now in Colorado they go like this, and we were like, "What the fuck?" They go like this, and they go like this.
Well, no, we do that here.
Okay,
no,
okay, y'all do that here.
But hold on, we do like this.
Okay,
like this.
Okay,
bam, bam. That's what we do that here.
Okay, now I didn't know that shit. And we would go like this, look, and then the motherfucker would be, stuck like this. Yes. And then we'd be like, my bad, I didn't even know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we didn't understand the language.
But in Houston, Texas, when that motherfucker was,
we hit that
when we snapped it, I was like,
we hit that snap, yeah.
Hey, that motherfucker, he
you know what I'm saying? But look, I wanted to tell you something.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
And I don't mean to hold it up.
And even though Carolyn didn't take her last shot, but it's okay.
And I'm going to take it for her.
So look, I'm going to take mine. Go ahead.
Check this out. We're going to take the shot. On that shot, I got to let y'all know. You said you came to Houston.
Yes.
And everybody was tripping.
Yes.
And they had ghetto boys there, right?
Yes.
And I want to let y'all know. You said ghetto boys came in, right?
Scarface, Bushwick Bill, and Willie D. Yes.
Okay. Fucking Bushwick Bill has been a part of Dope House Records for a very long fucking time.
See, I didn't know that, bro. Thank you for sharing that.
See, if you go back and you look up SPM and Bushwick Bill, he was part of that history. Okay? And we were in there when he was dying of cancer. And he wanted to let everyone know that he wanted to create an album for his kids.
Yes.
So that way they can benefit from it when he passed away. And we were there with Rashid. And it was all the Texas legends. It was like a whole hour. It was like a long freestyle. But he did a whole album, right?
Yeah.
And I got footage of that. You know, even Bushwick Bill got mad at me. He says, hey, that's enough. You know, he got upset. But I'm going to tell you, that's history. That's worldwide history. That's the Ghetto Boys. And if you don't know what that is, you better go look it up. And it's not just mine playing tricks on me.
It's more than that.
It's a lot of it. It's
Willie
Texas
D had
history.
bald-headed hoes.
Everything.
Bro, I know, but Scarface. I'm a
Scarface.
big fan of fucking Scarface.
Feel me? And then Scarface records across the hallway from me in my studio.
Scarface,
You know?
fucking legend, bro.
You know? He
One
loves
of
to
my
play
favorite
guitar.
songs of his, I like pussy. Pussy drives me crazy.
Yeah. And he records across from me, and we see each other all the time.
Diary of a Madman is his album.
That was fucking hard, you know? And he's just a good guy. He likes to play guitar and stuff. But my point is this. I'm about to take Bushwick Bill, his son. He looks just like him. Spit an image.
No shit.
Crazy as fuck. And Pimp C. Pimp C's son. When he was a kid, I created a platform for him to jump on stage. And we did 8 Pimp C tributes for 8 years. While Pimp C's mother was alive, she carried his name. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure I put that out there.
Yeah.
And he was a kid. And I watched this man like it was the most incredible thing you ever seen in the world.
Yeah.
Because Pimp C's kid, when me and Carolyn, we went out there, they invited us. And, bro, they'd play the song Pop It for Pimp, Pop It for Pimp, Pop It for Pimp. And he was a little kid, and he had girls in thongs and shit shaking their ass. And I was like, what the fuck am I just witnessing here? This is just insane.
Yeah.
Right? And later on, I did the Pimp C tributes for 8 years. And they even gave me, you know, I wanted the UGK
Yeah.
jacket, the Dickie suit,
Yeah.
you know, with my name on it. And I was like, how can I get one? I told his mom, and she was like, no, you got to earn this shit. And it took me years to earn that. And they put Mo Hustle on the UGK jacket, and they gave me that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it meant something to me because she was like the realest woman. Like, I feel like he got his character from her because she was just so real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And for those that don't know who Pimp C is, you better look it up. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely
So-
look it up.
Because he's like a king down south.
Yeah.
That's what we represent. Pimp C, UGK, Bun B. You know what I mean? The Swisher House, Dope House Records. You know what I mean? Screwed Up Click. All the legends. You know, from Little Kiki to Young Star to Lil Flip. All of those guys, they mean something to us. Like what you guys embrace as like Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg,
absolutely,
Eazy-E.
MC
Those are
Ren,
all
Ice-T.
fucking people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so it's the same, and that's why I love this shit so much, man.
Thank you, my bro.
I love this shit, man.
I'm gonna say something in closing, bro, and we're gonna go ahead and do this. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody on my team. I'm not even gonna like name you guys because this is once again Rhodium After Dark. But I want to say this. Give me your hand, bro.
Yeah.
Give me your hand. I want to show you guys something.
Yeah.
Okay, see this guy right here? If you can see it,
Yeah.
he has the rosario right here with the cross.
Yeah.
I was born in '68, and I seen this tattoo when I was in the '70s. I was just a kid, so I know this guy's old school.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is some crazy shit, right?
Yeah,
So back in the day, right, I had this tattoo, and it wasn't like this at that time. It was dots.
yeah,
Because I was like, man, I was kind of whimpering out, man, just do the dots, just do the dots. And they put the cross. And back in the day, tattoos weren't accepted like they are now.
absolutely, yeah.
Back then, they would see me with a fucking tattoo, they would lock the fucking door. They'd be like, this motherfucker, who is this? He's a hoodlum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt it everywhere,
Yeah.
you know? And I was a kid. I was only 13 years old.
Yeah.
That's when I ran away from the group home and the shelters and all that shit. And I would be like, damn, they really hate me because I got tattoos, you know? And that's where that came from. But I felt like it was, you know, and for y'all to know, for Cali to fucking know, I grew up around cholos. You know what I'm saying? H-Town, we got cholos. Texas, we got cholos. Dallas, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, the Valley, we got cholos too. It's not just out here. We live that shit across the country. Lowrider affected all of us. It was the biggest shit.
Yeah.
My science project was a motherfucking lowrider model car. And that's what it says on my proclamation, my own day in Houston. It says, in 3rd grade, his science project was a fucking lowrider Impala. You know, while everybody had volcanoes and fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
I had a fucking Impala and I was jamming Eazy-E. Bro, I was retarded for that shit because they were like, what, Eazy-E? I was got front, back, and side to side, you know, and I was hitting that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I was hitting the switches.
And when you heard that, bro, I was there when they were recording that, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's why I don't
That's
mind,
dope.
like, honestly, like showing you the.
Yeah, no, I love that shit. I love that because they don't have model lowrider or just cars at Walmart no more.
No,
Back in the day, they did.
Yeah.
You can't find it no more.
So-
But I was into it, and I was in Chicago, and we had to go all the way to Milwaukee, and my uncle knew that I loved it so much. My uncle Victor, he said, you know what? One day I'm going to take you to Milwaukee to that lowrider shop so you could buy that hydraulic system. And I fucking went. He finally took me. He drove over an hour, and he took me down there, and he knew it meant the world to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I fucking put the little T-sliders and I fucking jumped. I put the little roadsters on my shit and I was fucking hopping. And I took it to my motherfucking science project when I was a kid.
Oh, shit.
And you know what I mean? And now, I didn't even mention, shout out to all my partners at Lowrider. You know, because now I'm a part of Lowrider. And I never thought that I would get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
We just did the Chicago show. We just did the Houston show, the Portland show. We did all those shows. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I never thought that I would be able to get on that level. And now I run the stage on that stuff. Lowriderexperience.com. You know what I mean? We have a show booked for June in Houston. Maybe you could come down for that. Maybe you could help me host that motherfucker.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. I'm down.
You know what I mean? And do it for all the Chicanos, all the raza, you know, that came from a dream like me.
Absolutely.
You know, I felt like even with Dope House Records, that was a dream for me. For working with Swisher House and Screwed Up Click, that was not like a great thing for me. Fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I mean? I never thought I would work with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Twista. Fuck. Bubba Sparks, all of them guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many. I can name drop all day.
Yeah.
But I never thought somebody like me would come out the motherfucking ghetto from the struggle and work with so many.
Yeah.
But I'm here. And now I'm a part of the history. We are part of the history.
Absolutely, my
You know what
brother.
I'm saying? So that's what the fuck it is, man.
Absolutely.
And you can't ignore it. No matter how much hate you drop, no matter what you say, we are this. We are the music business.
Absolutely.
And especially the music business for Chicanos. And I don't even like to do that. Because I fuck with blacks, I fuck with whites, Mexicans, Asians, whatever. We embrace you. You hit me up at the real Mo Hustle, M-O Hustle, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram, and hit me with a message. That's all it takes. Not just in a Texas platform, which is big, huge. You know what
It's
I'm
the
saying?
biggest state in the U.S., bro.
Bro, listen, they gave me my day. When they gave me May 13th, they say, this is the third biggest city in the country. The third, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking huge,
That's a
bro.
beautiful thing, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the first biggest in Texas. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make a difference with Tony A. You know what I'm saying? To bring down Cali artists, because it's been a big problem for a very long fucking time. I want to make this happen for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get LA, California, I don't care, from LA to the fucking Bay. You know what I'm saying? To come down and do something different.
Absolutely.
Because there's love here in Texas. And I'm not in Texas right now, I'm in Cali. But when I get back to Texas, you know what the fuck it is. San Antonio, Dallas, Fort Worth, McAllen, the Valley, Tyler, Texas, Houston, all of that shit, Austin, you name it. And everything in fucking between. Amarillo, Texas. We're so huge, we don't have to leave Texas. We don't have to go nowhere. We could go platinum there.
That's a beautiful thing, bro.
But
And-
I love culture. I love to go to Colorado and eat Chubbies. You know what I'm saying? That's what they make. People want to talk about, we got better food in Cali and y'all got Tex-Mex and over there. No, Tex-Mex is made for white people, but we got Mexican shit in Houston. You know what I'm saying? I love when I come to Cali to eat the fucking Cali dog. I love to fucking eat carne asada fries, Cali burritos. I love all that shit. Asian barbecue. You know what I'm saying? I love to go to, like I said again, Chubby's in fucking Colorado, in Arizona, in New Mexico, eat some motherfucking chips with some Chipotle. The culture, bro. I love that shit. And that's what the fuck I'm about. I'm about loving the cultures wherever you're at, loving the language, loving the food. That's what the fuck I'm about.
Absolutely, my
You know
bro.
what I mean?
Thanks for coming through, bro.
Bam.
More
We good.
hustle.
We in this
Thanks for
bitch.
coming through.
Y'all make sure to
Carolyn
follow
Rodriguez,
me, man.
thank you.
Carolyn Rodriguez, man. Y'all stop running her through the motherfucking dirt. You get some verses from that girl. She's loyal. She been the most motherfucking loyalist forever. And hey, she got the motherfucking voice. What the fuck you gonna do? You gonna cry about that shit? That's what the fuck it is. Book her for a feature. Book her for a show. She should be booked all over Cali.
Absolutely.
Fuck that shit.
Absolutely.
Straight up.
Alex, much love, much respect to everybody on the live chat who decided not to be in the live chat. I'm fucking buzzed right now, so I'm going to go ahead and make a quick exit.
Yep.
I would like to thank everybody on my team. I would like to thank everybody that's watched. And if you feel offended, I don't give a fuck. And if we talked about you and you're watching, you're only here because you knew we were going to talk about you. So fuck off.
Hey,
So,
and if you didn't know us, bro, don't talk bad about somebody you don't know until you get to meet them. Because you know what? You could hate somebody from what somebody else says, and it don't mean shit until you know them in person.
yeah.
So don't ever do that. That's disrespectful. And shout out to Nims in New York. That's what he says. That's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know
So
what
all
I mean?
you
Shout out to Trouble Oak in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Y'all fuck with us. Motherfucking Nims coming to Hobbs, New Mexico. We're going to be there. Don't ever disrespect me. Understand that.
Rhodium After Dark, and we are out. Tony, the host, we're gone. Thank you.